It looks like we have stocchi and Kchill ready to go.
Looks like. I think we said Chargo's Bear couldn't make it.
Yeah, so Char's not going to be able to make it here.
Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate.
So I should be able to get everyone started, I think. We're already running late, right? So we might as well get things started. So welcome everyone to this is the last race of this stage of the tournament.
Yeah, round one, right?
Yeah, last race of round one. You weren't participating, so for those of you who don't know me, I'm Ikan-chan. I am the speedrunning economics professor, and I'm joined here by none other than the slightly faster than me and very good at keeping things simple.
Thank you. Yes, I do technically have a better time, but that does not mean anything in terms of personality or whatever, so I still think it's going to be very interesting in terms of commentary.
So we're just getting a couple of things sorted out, making sure everything is ready to go, and then we should be good to start it off here in just a second.
Sure.
All right, let me go ahead and get them started. And yeah, how is everyone in the chat doing today? Any first-time viewers of Pokemon speedruns? Something I'm curious about. I know I see a lot of people in here from the Pokemon speedrun community, but always interesting to see if there's people who are new to Pokemon speedrunning and who haven't seen it before. It's very exciting stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. A lot of execution, RNG. It's very nice. Can't instantly tell who wins, just who has a better PB.
Awesome, one first-time viewer. Great, good to have you here.
Nice, nice.
Oh, and the race has started, so hopefully they're all good. Stocchi just doing a reset. Hopefully I didn't mess anything up. But yeah, I think we're all good. Yeah, they should be getting started very, very soon. And so going into this race, so the way that this tournament works, just to recap everything, is that there is a first round of people who play, and so the top two basically of races are going to advance. Unfortunately, we only have 2 people here today, but there is this thing called a wild card rule where the third placers, the person who has the best time gets to kick out the lowest of the second place racers. For these 2 racers, I don't think that's going to be much of an issue to, for both of these guys. I think that both these guys are very talented, and I'll introduce them in a second because both of them are people who have been instrumental in my journey as a speedrunner. But I don't know if you think there's any problems with them advancing, if what you're looking to see out of these runners.
I'm not really sure, like, how this is gonna go. I think it's, I don't know, like, I think Stocchi had a better, like, PB, but people have said that he hasn't really practiced much, so, like, I don't know. Because Kchill has been like on the grind recently, so.
Yeah, Kchill has been on the grind, which you always love to see. You always love to see when people come into the tournament setting and they, maybe they're not as warmed up and they say, okay, stocchi, he's someone who won last year, right? He's the winner. He is the reigning world champion of Pokemon speedrunning. Is that right?
I'm pretty sure Crafted won.
Oh, Crafted won last year. Stocchi was like a finalist, right? Stocchi was
I'm
like
pretty sure. Yeah, that
in the
sounds.
top. Yeah,
right.
Stocchi is someone who's very, very good at Pokemon speedrunning. So you love to see it when Kchill, who's very good in his own right, it comes in and is like, okay, I want to take all the opportunities that I can have to beat this person. So you love to see that. There is a lot of as I've discovered, so I'm someone who's only been running this category and this run for 2 months, and I am coming off a victory yesterday over someone who was, higher seated than me, has been playing the game for a lot longer than me. All the practice that you put in, it really pays off.
For sure. I've been a little bit longer. It's been about 2 years, on and off, but fairly, came back to it pretty, much lately. But yeah, a little longer, seen more out of the game. So
yep. And so right away it looks like Kchill got growled, which is no good. You never want to get growled immediately. You always want to see as many tackles as possible because growl makes your attack lower. Your attack being lowered is very slow because you're intending on crushing this Bulbasaur's hopes and dreams.
that is the case, and we got to see a nice crit from Kchill, ignoring the attack drops.
Yeah, every crit in these fights is just like it's so amazing. It feels so good.
Yeah, for sure. Because they're just doing like no damage otherwise.
I didn't see Stocchi's stats. Kchill didn't check.
I did not see either.
I assume this felt pretty fast. I think they both got growled. I think it was both pretty fast. So I wouldn't be surprised if any of them has if they both have a good enough attack. You want to check the knowing that you have 11 or 12 attack is important because you want to know later on when you fight a Weedle, you need to know if you need to lower its defense twice or 3 times. It matters very specifically for that. And you want to check the special because if you have a bad special, and you can always check the special later on in the Weedle fight, but if you have a bad special, it makes the Brock fight very, very hard. And so you need to know that so that way you can prepare adequately.
Yeah, because bad special, which is 11 at level 6, makes it so the Geodude and the Onix dies in 3 turns each. But if you have a good special, they faint rather in 2 turns. So it's way faster with good special. So you really want to see them have good special. And also, just a little thing on the attack. If you have 12 attack at level 6, you can actually do a little kind of niche strat on Route 1. If you get a level 3 rat, what runners normally do is if you get one, you triple tackle it to make sure it faints and you get EXP. But if you have 12 attack, you can tail whip turn 1 and then double tackle, and it still faints in 3 turns. So it just makes that a little bit more consistent. Because tail whip has almost a guaranteed chance to hit, while tackle has a 5% chance to miss. So you're just avoiding one of those.
Tackle RNG can be very punishing at times. It feels very, very bad to have tackle miss, and it happens in a majority of runs because it's 5% to miss. You're probably using around 20 tackles across the run. Maybe it's a little less than that, but you use a lot of tackles across the run. There's one part where you use a ton of tackles, and so it's bound to happen at least once in the run. There are some bad places where tackles can miss, and it feels very bad. As a note, by the way, the beginning of this run has so much RNG in terms of the number of encounters, and so you can see Kchill pulling pretty far ahead early on just based on random encounters. I think this is Kchill's only second encounter, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe his first, actually, if he's killing a Rattata.
I think this might be his second, but
I think Stocchi
I'm
has
pretty sure
had,
he did
3
encounter
encounters so far, which is a lot.
Wait, I think Kchill's ahead of Stocchi.
Oh yeah, Kchill's way ahead. Yeah, Kchill's very, very far ahead. Did I say it wrong? I might say it wrong.
Yeah, you said Stocchi was ahead.
Oh, my bad.
Fine,
yeah, Kchill, very, very far ahead. Yeah, that's what you're here for. I'm just here to say things, and then you can correct the things.
No, you're much better at saying things, so I appreciate
that. No. Yeah, that's what the PhD is for. That's for saying. No, that's the
Kchill
only
getting
thing.
5 Pokeballs, by the way. So that's why I figured we should highlight that because.
Oh, 5 Pokeballs.
Yeah.
Oh, and swapping it. I
And
like this a lot.
swapping them.
I
Yeah.
like the swap a lot. When you throw the Pokeball, if you do speedrun attempts of this game, you never ever have a potion in slot 1 because you don't typically pick up a PC potion, but you pick up the PC potion because you have to win the rival fight. If you lose it, it's just a total disaster. So you pick up the PC potion at the very, very beginning of the run before that, so that way you have an extra potion.
Ooh.
But if you're not used to throwing a Pokeball in slot 2, if you throw the Pokeball wrong, then it completely messes everything up, because what people are doing here is RNG manipulation. And so for this RNG manipulation, you have to do all this movement. So what Kchill is doing right now is all this movement, going to have some A presses mixed in here in order to guarantee that on this tile there's going to be a Nidoran, going to clear the text box with the very first A or B press there, boom, and then going to throw a Pokeball, what's called a YOLO ball, that is going to be thrown on the very first frame that you can do that, and it will guaranteed catch unless you get a little pretty unlucky.
Yeah.
So.
I do just want to note the Kchill actually messed up the first attempt at the manip, so he had to like reset again.
Yeah. So that'll
it is pretty unfortunate that happens. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
that
pretty,
that happens.
Not great
for the best of us.
Yeah, it's definitely something that happens, but I just figured
the nerves in these races can really get to you. They can really, really get to you. It's very, very nerve-wracking. Because like all of these like presses, they have to be exactly precise. If you mess up any of them, also it looks like Kchill's not going for a triple extend manip. I don't know.
Kchill does not know
either, right? I don't. I think stocchi took the right path of the wall, so I don't think stocchi is doing extended.
The right path of a wall is old extended, so he might go for old.
Oh, there's an old extended route. Okay.
Yes. Because since you were recent to the, he's not going for extended.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Yeah, not extended. Okay, so neither of these going for extended. I'm a little surprised that stocchi's not doing it. Maybe because he's out of practice. He feels like he's not quite doing it.
Yeah, I would agree that he probably doesn't want to like go for it and mess it up because he hasn't practiced it.
Yeah, it's really not the end of the world. Extended saves a little bit of time, and it's nice to have a Pidgey going into the Brock fight if your special is bad, but it's really not the end of the world to not do extended. If you are probably, as we go further and further on in this race, we will see more and more extended and more of that mattering a lot. But here, for this type of race where the stakes are, still relatively low. You still want to win this race, by the way, because being in the second pod, which is what you get to be in if you win this race, far better than being in the third pod, because being in the third pod, you have a chance to go up against all people in the second pod and in the first pod. The first pod being people who had buys, like yourself, who had the best time in the preliminary qualifiers.
I did have
these
the
are
best
people
time.
You don't want to play.
Oh, I guess I could brag about that, but I don't know. I think there are many other runners here that are better than me on average.
But they are all in that pool, and you don't want to face them. And if they weren't in that pool, then you might have people like Quang Burrows racing right now. You might have who's the current world record holder. You might have him in pool 2. There's a lot of people in pool 2 who are people who won the race in this round who you really don't want to run against. So we're in this Weedle fight.
Kchill actually got poisoned. Yeah,
very unfortunate. It poison adds so much time. It's very annoying.
Yeah, because
the
poison ticking down your health just takes so much time. Like there's so much of a delay for every HP it takes off each turn.
Yeah, it's very annoying. It's also very annoying to menu with. If you're menuing with it, it's very, very irritating. So
yeah, because you also have to use an antidote to heal it, because you cannot afford to keep the poison.
Yeah, using the antidote not the biggest deal because you want to toss it anyways after this fight.
Stocchi
You're gonna
going for backup bird.
Yeah, so stocchi going for the backup bird. So this is a way to RNG manipulate a bird. This is good, I think. I didn't see stocchi's special. Does he have bad special? If he has bad special, this is a really good move because you really want to.
Assuming he does have bad special, because generally knows decisions or whatever. So
because I don't think this is worth it. I don't think
it's worth it if you have good special either.
No, if you have good special, it's not worth it because catching a bird in Route 4 is far, far easier. I think. I think it's. Oh, and
he messed up the
bird breaks out.
Yeah,
or is it an IGT? Could also be an IGT. I mean, I don't know.
think that has an IGT YOLO ball. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
It
Oh,
I don't think
wow.
it
Okay,
does,
I know
no.
nothing about the backup, that bird backup.
Yeah, I tend to use a different backup that I made myself because that YOLO ball is actually really hard. And if you're like out of practice or whatever, or like you like need to do it
Yeah,
on the spot, it's not
Mhm.
going to be easy to just do.
Yeah, so why it's hard, by the way, to fill any of you in who might not know, is that you have to time the A/B press to clear the wild Pidgey has appeared. You have to press that on the sort of the frame that it appears. So, and you have like a 4-frame window to buffer it. It's a little precise, but with practice you can do it. But Pidgey has the shortest cry of any Pokemon. So normally with like another Pokemon, you hear the cry, you can process, oh, okay, I need to press A/B at this certain time, and then you press it. But that Pidgey, that cry is instantaneous. It comes on the screen, then the text starts flowing, and then you have a very tight window to press A and B. If you don't press it immediately and clear it in that first frame, your Pokeball is going to miss, or it's likely going to miss.
Yeah. If you like wait a little bit after that, like you kind of, it's not essentially random, but like it's like, because we know if you miss it like right away, it's not going to get in the ball. But like you could, I guess, try to wait a little bit to get into the ball, but that's risky because we don't know what frames it catches on after that. So typically we just so we decided to save before Brock too, which I definitely
it's a
respect.
good move.
Yeah.
Kchill got screeched once, but that ends up being totally fine. So Kchill had good special, I believe. So Kchill through.
Yes.
Nothing too hard there. If you have good special, it's very much a not scary fight at all.
No.
I mean,
Kchill definitely would have went for backup bird because he knows backup bird.
Yeah. Going for okay, so he got bited. So when you get bited, you got to go for tail whip. If you try and attack a Pokemon with a bite, as I found out when I was Nuzlocking and I had my nice Kadabra and I attacked a Pokemon that was biting and got my Kadabra killed in my Nuzlocke.
Yeah,
you don't want to attack a Pokemon that's biting.
Fun.
It is not fun.
That is part of the reason why we really want a Pidgey if you have bad special, because you can sack it on the bite if need be. But since Stocchi did not get the bird because he failed the YOLO ball, he had to save to like not take the walk of shame, as we call it, from the Brock deck. So,
it's very important to, if you die at Brock, it's very, very bad. Because I think that honestly, you just like you almost have to reset to the Nidoran and like go from there again. It's a very incredibly bad time loss. I don't know what's faster between resetting or just.
Pretty sure taking the walk from pallet to the gym is faster.
I think it's a little faster too. It's all very slow though. Like a 5-minute time loss.
Mainly because you don't have to catch Nidoran, plus you don't have to fight Weedle Guy again and do all that menu. So.
Yep.
But we're getting onto Route 3 now, which is, I think, for people who have been watching the tournament, we've mentioned Horn Attack count here, and it's very important that runners try to like save a decent amount of Horn Attacks. So. Like when we get to a trainer in Mount Moon called Moon Rocket, we have at least 3 to 4 is pretty like you're good if you have at least 3 to 4.
You want as many as you can. I mean, having 5 is
as many as possible,
so nice.
That's like the bare minimum is 3 to 4.
You can do it with 2. 2 it costs an extra turn, but like 3 and 4 are good. 5 is really nice. If you have 5 it's really so nice.
Yeah.
It's so nice. Well,
because you can go for the theoretically fastest outcome with 5, and like not get punished if you don't get it.
Yeah, you just want as many as possible. Also, having an extra one is nice for it because both of these people are going to catch a bird after this, and there are some birds that you can run into that you want to use a horn attack on to put it in an HP range where you're guaranteed to catch it. So like if you hit a level 8 Pidgey, you really want to horn attack it to make sure that the Pokeball guaranteed catches. There's some HP ranges where you're like 70 to 80% to catch it, and that's really not where you want to be in this run.
Definitely not. And also Kchill having to heal because he's getting crit by Rat every turn, dude. He just cannot get not crit.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, having to heal twice on the Rat is really not good.
Yeah, he just got crit 3 times in a row by that thing.
Yeah, that
is. This game is not doing him any favors.
No, he should be fine here though. So like after, okay, he got tail whipped. That's
okay.
Fine. It's fine. Yeah, he's on HP now where everything's pretty safe. Like if he gets bad luck and gets wrapped, you really chat please.
He can die the 5-turn wrap because of that tail whip now. So if he gets a 5-turn wrap,
Yeah, it's
dies. Like,
definitely
he should heal
neither of
before
these
that.
players want to see a wrap. It's very time. Oh, he got the wrap.
There's
Hit
the wrap,
commentator
yeah.
curse coming in clutch.
Commentator curse.
Only
getting
okay,
two-turn
it's only a
though,
2-turn wrap. That is not the end of the world.
That is
Could
the
set up red
shortest
bar,
possible wrap,
which is
so that's what you
very
want to see
rare.
if you get wrapped.
Yeah, it's
Stocchi risking 16, but not getting punished.
That is very risky. That's actually very risky. I think I did this in my race yesterday, and it feels bad. Yeah, it's risking a quick attack crit there, which is not.
I mean,
not
16
great.
is pretty risky there.
I misunderstood.
15,
yeah.
I would agree with that, but 16, you need a max roll crit, which is only a 1 in 39 chance to happen, which we specifically call 1 in 39s.
I see.
So, and I would agree with him taking that risk there, especially because he's behind, and like healing on rat can be bad. So
yeah, until the basically like this part of the run with the Nidoran is it's a little scary, right? You got level the Nidoran up, sort of get up to speed.
Getting an amazing crit there on the
second it becomes a Nidoking, then we're sort of set for a little bit until we get sand attacked on bridge, and then we'll be sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, the crit's on 9 HP is like, okay, if you can get red bar here, it's not the end of the world. Red bar's a little scary in a race. It can be a little bit scary because then if you're at like 6, you die to Caterpie crits, which is not great.
Square saying you think he had 15. I thought he had 16. So if Square is correct, then yes, that was risky. But I thought he had 16. But yeah, I don't think Kchill's gonna get red bar unless if he like gets crit by either the Caterpie or the bird he finds in the wild.
Yeah, it's kind of it's kind of a weird HP.
Too high HP. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a weird HP. Yeah, because like Kchill's potion count is going to be a little bit bad here because he's going to have to use 2 potions after this to get in. I think he's used 2 potions already.
Yeah, he's used 2 potions
really
already.
Bad place.
Yeah.
You really want as many potions as you can for later on, just in case something weird happens or something goes wrong. Wow, Stocchi using an extra potion here. I actually kind of like this.
Stocchi opting to fight last.
Oh, doing last route. Okay, awesome. Okay, I haven't seen this
kind
actually.
of
I've
a
never
swag
seen
on it,
route.
which is hilarious.
So I know about the advantages of last route. So the advantages of last route are that, so you're going to see the differences between the 2 routes. So last route is definitely more safe, but at the cost of some time. So what you're going to see is that Stocchi, after getting into Mount Moon and getting the Paris, is going to, before the Moon Rocket fight, have a Nidoking by that point. And that's going to make that fight very, very easy. Whereas Kchill, for that fight, is going to still have a Nidoran, and so as a result, that fight's going to be a lot riskier. You're going to see Kchill save before that fight because it's going to be very, very risky. But so Kchill's going to be, in theory, having a faster time by a good margin because it's 1 less trainer you have to fight. But that fight's going to be a lot riskier.
This red bar is risky for Kchill. He did manage to get red bar, but if he misses the YOLO ball on the Paris, that will come up soon.
He's got to heal out of it. He's definitely going to heal out of it.
Yeah, that is a good decision. Yes,
you got to heal out of it. Having red bar and doing manipulations is just like is too it's too hard. So so you're about to see Kchill go into the most tedious manipulation. Well, not the most tedious manipulation.
It's the longest
manipulation in this run, where you're going to see no encounters of Mount Moon, and you're going to see, or at least not until the very end, when he's going to get Paris right before the Moon Rocket, if everything goes correct, because Mount Moon has an absolutely awful encounter rate. If you watch Summoning Salt's video on the history of the speedrun, there once was a man who got like 17 encounters of Mount Moon and then got a world record, which is legendary.
Yeah, which is pretty crazy, but
and now we get 0 in our runs, or 1.
We technically get 1, yes, but we get 0 like bad encounters before Moon Rocket. After Moon Rocket, we pretty much just leave it up to chance if we get encounters or not. So that is a little like section of Mount Moon where encounters are definitely possible, and we'll probably see at least a couple of those after.
Yeah, looks like everything's going smoothly for Kchill. This room is I always find a lot of comfort in this room. Nothing really. First room of the manipulation's not too bad. Oh, and Stocchi going for also going to go for
Stocchi's going to do a different minute than Kchill that's called Enter Minute by the guy who found it, Interpreter. So we do it for last because he fights the
You
extra
have to,
trainer.
right?
Yeah, you have to, because
You
he
literally
fights
have
the
to.
extra trainer, and so that makes the Route 3 minute not work due to the map state being different. So we have to do the one where you start in Moon.
Yeah, so all these RNG manipulations are very, very specifically, they're being very specifically mapped out, and so any little change will make your, whatever inputs you're doing to get the RNG that you want, it will make it not work. So we're seeing these two different manipulations. So far for Kchill, everything going well. Kchill's made past the hard part.
Yes.
So it should
There's
be
one more little
clear.
section to go, so
Just hoping for
don't
no
quite jinx it yet.
IGTs.
There is one more common IGT coming up here.
Yeah,
hopefully not. He messed up.
Oh,
the
he didn't
path.
turn. Oh no! I
actually don't think that messes it up. It might. Though.
Oh, because you can press A on the tile. Yeah, I think he's still good. Yeah,
well,
he should still be fine.
Because most of the time, if there's no like sprites or NPCs on the screen and you turn, it can still work. So he should still get this encounter.
Yeah,
here,
so Kchill got it. Nice. So Kchill in a good slot. So let's see if stocchi gets. I don't know the movement at all for stocchies, so I
know this manip very well.
So, oh yeah, I have never ever seen this manip before in my life. So
yes, I tend to do this.
Got the yellow ball. That's good. It's very safe. It's a very safe strat. Also, you can there are IGTs like right at the beginning of Mount Moon, right? That you can get.
There are, yes, for End Tournament. Yes, there are IGTs at the beginning. As for Route 3, the IGTs are more like mid to late Moon. All
right, Kchill on the rocket fight. This is gonna be a very scary fight. Kchill saved, right? I'm assuming Kchill saved. I didn't see it, but I'm gonna assume Kchill saved. We're gonna make that assumption. If Kchill didn't save, then and Kchill dies, then you will see this all again. So
yeah, let's hope he doesn't die.
We'll see the we'll rewind back in time for anyone who's just now joining us that might have missed it.
Did he leer turn 1 or did he crit horn attack?
He leered turn 1. Okay. I don't know if that was an accident or not, but it might have decided that
typically we don't leer rat turn 1.
Yeah,
he definitely had the horn attack to not do that. So
could have been just a mistake.
Could have been, yeah.
Crit horn attack would have been amazing if had not leered turn 1, but he didn't, so. Good fight though.
It did end up working out for him though, which it might actually be a different strat. Because it makes
maybe
you can keep the other horn attack for Zubat, so you can leer double horn attack instead of leer tackle horn attack, which makes it a little bit better to like win. So maybe he like lost the turn, because for the rat, if you use 2 horn attacks, it can like feint, like it's a range to feint with 2 horn attacks, but it's a not very good one.
Right.
So maybe he like
unless you get tail whip, in which case you get a badge boost. Which gives you enough range to kill it most of the time. Yes.
So I guess we can explain that really quick.
Let's explain everyone's favorite Pokemon speedrunning technology that's never been mentioned in any Pokemon speedrun ever before. So if you want to talk about what a badge boost is.
So basically, certain badges in this game, I think it's like every odd one or something, like gives you a slight increase to all of your Pokemon stats. It like gets applied to each of your Pokemon stats. So basically, due to faulty like calculations in the Gen 1 whatever like mechanics, each time you get like a stat changing move applied to yourself from an opponent, such as like Leer or Tail Whip or like something else, it actually reapplies those stat increases from the badges you get again. So it actually like increases it way more often, or like way more than it would normally be. So like for example, you'll do like way more damage if you get leered like 3 times rather than like no leer at all because of that. And it's really interesting to see how that can like affect players' choices and moves. Because if you get like badge boosts, we can use a move called Horn Attack instead, which we've been using on Bridge a lot, to kill some things rather than Mega Punch, which has a decent chance to miss at 15%. So anytime we like to use Horn Attack, we would prefer to do that so we avoid the mischance of Mega Punch.
So you're saying that by becoming slower, you actually become stronger?
It's not really tied to speed, I guess.
No,
but-
I know. only when you get strings fired on you from an opponent Pokemon, then that's when you become stronger. That's what makes
Yes.
it really strong. So
That
that's
is
Pokenomics
that does
for
contribute
you.
to badge boost, yes. But it happens with
So-
any change boost, not with just speed. So
Right. So yeah. So you'll notice that Stocchi had very easy time with that Moon Rocket that we were a little bit scared about before. Also, this fight for both trainers is gonna be very, very easy. Nidoking just kind of crushes through all these Pokemon.
yeah, Nidoking is
Not
very
really
powerful
anything
early
bad there.
on because there aren't too
Yeah,
many
Nidoking's so
there aren't
good.
too many Pokemon like early on that like can compete with the Nidoking just base stat total.
Yeah, Mega Punch also, which you get in the cave, just also does a ridiculous amount of damage at this point in the game. Although it is 85% accurate move, right? 85. That's
Yes,
right.
it is 85%.
It
So,
is. It's
Most
not the most
likely, we
accurate.
are gonna see a few Mega Punch misses into some Troll, but
Yeah,
I
we're
really
hoping
hope that
for
doesn't
none.
happen. Yes, we hope it doesn't happen, but
Yeah, it's very. It can be bad if it hits, like, or if it
If it
misses
misses,
at
yeah.
bad times. If you get enough in a row that miss, it becomes an issue. And there are some Pokemon, like Zubats, which have Supersonic and can confuse you. I think that it's really not good to miss on. So
yes, generally you want to hit all your Mega Punches. Mega Punches is bad.
don't swing and don't miss. That's
Basically.
what you want. Yeah, so Kchill with a good lead here. So out of Mount Moon, there is a
Starting
good
this
amount of luck
really,
early on.
yeah, starting with this really infamous fight in the speedrun, Rival 2 we call him, because it's the second time you fight him in the run.
Yep, we're
And
hoping for no sand attacks here for both
this-
these people. Sand
this-
attack
this-
is
This
just
bird, man, this bird
It's
has given many runners for their run money sometimes. So
yeah. So far, so good. Oh, there's one sand
Ooh,
attack.
Yes.
Oh no, you
He
hate
does switch out
good.
instantly, which-
I like this
which
move
is-
too, switching out. Because
Yes.
when you switch in, the horn attack guarantee kills it. You're not going to get sand attacked again. So I like this move a lot. Just guarantee that, okay, we're not messing around with
Actually,
75%
I don't know
accurate
if Horn
moves.
Attack kills it from here. He might Mega Punch it.
Oh,
Yeah.
it might be a range. I see. Yeah, it's.
Yeah,
I always forget
triple
attack's
Horn
range on
Attack.
this.
It's like an 84 something % range.
It's
on
very
the
annoying.
Pidgeotto. So most of the time it does kill if you just Horn Attack at ×3, but sometimes your first two Horn Attacks can like low roll and you like forced to Mega Punch it because you know the Horn Attack won't kill. So
Yeah,
not
that's
flying when you have to do that
Oh,
because you have to rely on Mega Punch missing.
also getting a sand attack. Also doing the same thing. I also like this. Very good from both players.
Yes. But as you can see, Pidgeotto doesn't guarantee hit your bird, so you can get locked in a stalemate of him just constantly sanding you.
Typically, it's not too long. It does no gust and quick attack, so it's fairly likely to attack you relatively fast. But yeah, you can get locked in some sand attacks for a while.
Because it's even 1/3 chance each time, like, for what move he uses every turn. So
Yeah.
you would have to get multiple 1 in 3s that are bad, because 2/3 of the time he uses a move that would be good in that situation. So
Yep.
you would just have to be really unlucky for that to happen.
Yeah, so as a result of switching out, they're not going to be sand attacked. Therefore, it should being the sort of keyword there of a fairly uneventful rest of the rival fight for both. But Stocchi having one Mega Punch miss, so
okay.
not
So
the end of the
now,
world, though.
okay, so Kchill missed Mega Punch on Caterpie, and he got String Shot from that. So now he Mega Punches and it guarantee feints it now because of the badge boost. And now he can Horn Attack the Weedle because that also feints from that.
Yep, exactly. So the power of going slow to go fast is real.
Because otherwise he would have had to Mega Punch the Weedle because it is a better chance for it to feint turn 1 than Horn Attack without a badge boost. So just little things like that you're gonna see probably like constantly throughout the run is like move shifts due to badge boosts or like HPs or a lot of different things can happen, for sure.
Yeah, Mega Punch range hitting on this Pidgey, by the way, very important. These Pidgeys are very troll on this bridge, where if your Mega Punch, like, it has a pretty good range to kill the Pidgeys, but it can miss, and if it misses, then you can get sand attacked, and then you're in the world of hurt that you're in after getting sand attacked.
Yeah, that we talked about from Rival 2.
Yeah, so there's lots of pocket sand on this bridge that we really just don't want to see, but it can happen at any point in this run. Yeah, you can miss a range, you can miss a Mega Punch. There's many ways for things to go bad on this. This bridge is one of the scarier early parts of this run. Fortunately, both people on very healthy HP right now. Even if something goes wrong, not likely to really cost much.
So Lass actually helps quite a bit for Stocchi on this bridge. He has a lot better chance to like, have this bridge go well than Kchill does, because of all the benefits Lass gives. Basically, he's gonna be like a level higher than Kchill for a decent amount of the bridge, which helps improve the ranges a lot. In fact, it even makes most of them guaranteed. Because I don't know what levels like it is, but for certain levels, if it ends with like certain numbers, I know 0 is one of them, so this is why he's going to level up to level 20 on the Ekans, where Kchill like just now leveled up to 20 going into this bird. So it's gonna make this Mega Punch guaranteed on the next Pokemon, whereas for Kchill it was a range.
Yeah, it's super nice. Is it the same as Moon XP? Is it the same thing as Moon XP?
No, Lass gives more experience than Moon XP.
Awesome, got it. And so for those of you who don't know what I'm referring to, so Moon XP is when coming out of Mount Moon, sometimes you can get an encounter coming out of Mount Moon. And so you have Water Gun at that point, so if you get Geodude, it's pretty free to kill it. It doesn't cost you much time. And the little bit of experience it gives you actually gives you a level up that makes it so that you can Horn Attack things and Mega Punching them, which sort of improves your odds of your bridge going well a little bit. And so, so Lass like a very improved version of that because it gives you a lot of safety. You get even more benefits for that.
Yes.
So very, very safe. Yeah, looks like bridge going
missing
well.
Mega Punch, not getting trolled by Bird though. He's missing again.
Yeah, that's.
He just cannot hit this bird.
Yeah, no sand attacks though. Is red bar? Oh,
oh
red
my
bar.
God.
Oh no! Is that like 3 in a row? 8 is a little. Oh, he has a potion.
Sanded? I didn't see. Did he get sanded, or is this just
no?
I
don't think so. I think it's just all Mega Punch misses.
There's no way. This is astronomical odds.
I don't think so. Oh, he did. Okay, he did. Okay, we just missed the attack.
Yeah.
Okay, he did. Okay, that makes way more sense. Yeah, that makes way more sense. Yeah, because that was like 5 in a row. 5 in a row, still unlucky, even with the miss, or even with the sand attack. That's still very unlucky.
Yeah, he definitely got. Yeah, okay.
That makes it slightly more reasonable.
Yes, for sure.
That's the good news that he has red bar. That's the good. that's the
not
silver
really
lining.
Great. That's actually not great right now.
No, not right now. Not in this HP range. No, it's not great.
Well, he has to fight Mankey, so
oh my gosh, he just can't catch a break. The sand attack is going so hard.
Sand attack is so much troll for Stocchi.
It was only 1 too, I think. With only 1, it should be like Horn Attack is
it
like
shouldn't be that bad.
No. To hit. And so it's like missing like 4 or 5 Horn Attacks is still very, very unlucky.
Yeah, that's still really ridiculous. He got super trolled there.
Yeah, that is unlucky.
Kchill now widening his lead very much because of that troll. So
it's good, honestly. I expect Stocchi to catch up a little bit later on. With just like, but not by too much. I think Kchill very, very, very good at running Pokemon. But I expect Stocchi to just have, slightly better execution later on in the run. That little bit of execution in the third sort of chapter of this run is really going to, it's really going to help out and will shave off seconds and here and there. And there's still a lot more luck too. So many more luck places.
Also, yes, Mega Punch power points are now going to be an issue since he missed so many. He only has 4 now.
Yeah,
and we generally want to use 6 at this part of the game. There are ways around to not using that many, but he's definitely, he's absolutely required to use...
the Poke Center,
3.
But I think he has the Poke Center here. I mean, you really don't want to go to the later parts of the game without any Mega Punches. You really want a Mega Punch for Eradicate and a Mega Punch for 4-turn Oddish Girl.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, it's going to be a huge issue.
So because he has Lass also, he doesn't have to use as many Mega Punches as Kchill would have to, because he gets Thrash a little bit earlier than Kchill does. So if he can actually just click Thrash on the first turn of the last trainer before Bill's house, and it's just absolutely free. Whereas Kchill would have to Mega Punch, Horn Attack, and Mega Punch, which can not be good. But
that's not good.
Yeah, Kchill getting a decent hiker, not Machop I don't think did anything, right? He just died.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, 33 HP is, I think, about the HP he had starting off this part of the bridge. So I think, so far everything's
and
been
I think
pretty
so.
smooth.
Everything's been good. Yes.
Yeah, so a little bit of trolls first part of the bridge for both of them, but so far everything's going to even out. And yeah, especially for Stocchi, who is has that last XP, going to have a very, very safe rest of the bridge.
Yeah, because the Machop was actually not guaranteed to faint from Machop's Mega Punch. So, but for Stocchi it will be, because he'll be a level higher for him. Missing it on the Nidoran. It's not what we want to see.
So Kchill has 3 Mega Punches left. So Kchill having 2. 2 is the perfect number that you want. It gives you 1 for the Raticate, and well, you want a little bit more than 2. Like having a third one is nice, but
you
want
1
for Raticate, 1 for the
2 is like the bare minimum that you want here, but it is preferable to have more than 2.
Yeah, so Kchill's going to gain even more time over Stocchi, because Kchill's going to, instead of having to Poke Center, Kchill's just going to...
He might still center, though. I wouldn't be surprised if he does, though.
Potion count's a little low, so it's definitely possible.
Yeah, because he used like 4 on Route 3, so I don't know if he wants to use the potions here.
It'll leave him with 2, right? He has to use 2 potions here.
Yeah.
2's fine, I think.
You can technically get away with 1, but that's incredibly risky.
No, you don't. Yeah, on a race, you don't.
And
if it was like a
want to do that.
PB attempt and you're YOLOing everything, then 1 is pretty acceptable, but you really don't want to go with... 1 is the
standard guess for a PB attempt.
Yeah, you really don't want to go with 2.
No, 1 would be scary.
Yeah, 1 would be very, very scary. Because, if you have to use it, you have to pick up another item, then you don't have potions for Elite 4. It causes lots of, like, cascading problems later on, so... But you're not going to potion. He would have potioned there, I believe.
Yes, he's not using
Still has the Pokeballs. He hasn't tossed those yet. I'm curious as to why.
I believe he's going to sell them, if I recall correctly.
He's going to sell them?
I'm pretty sure he is.
Wow, okay, that's
not
actually spicy.
Yeah, he might sell them, so we'll see. Because I'm pretty sure people, would have tossed them by now if they weren't going to sell them.
That's very spicy.
I believe I really want to say he's going to sell them in Vermilion Mart.
Yeah, also thank you to Tom for saying this commentary is good. Neither Simple nor I have ever done the commentary before, so...
Yeah, this is a brand new experience for both of us.
This is our first time on commentary, so this is good. This is my first time entering. I've only been a part of this community for 2 months, but so far it's been a great journey. And I was excited to commentate. This is my first race because Stocchi is someone who's written a lot of guides that I've used and is a very good speedrunner. And Kchill is someone who comes and helps me out with my speedruns. So so far this race has absolutely lived up to the hype that I thought it had. Very, very close right now.
Very hype, indeed. Because Stocchi is like not even a minute behind, I don't think.
It's very close. This is a very close race. I mean, they both had very similar RNG. Stocchi took it a little bit safer and still got an unlucky bridge. So that's how it goes. We are coming up on Misty here, and Misty is
incredibly scary. So
we'll
probably see them both save, because if not, that is incredibly risky. But we have seen people not save before Misty in this tournament already.
Oh, yeah, where did you see that?
Speaking of people who don't save before Misty.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen this part of a race before, and when I play Misty, I always save.
Yeah, so you always save. Yeah,
every time.
It can't be you, no.
No, absolutely not.
Kchill is saving before Misty. So that is a good choice.
So Kchill, even after Poke Centering, I think that it's still, I still defend. I think that if you're at like very high
if you're absolutely full, I would consider not saving. But I definitely would
not saving. Because the scary part about Misty is that you're thrashing, so you're sort of at the mercy of Misty. If you get Bubble Beam slowed, another Bubble Beam kills you on most HP ranges.
Yeah.
So that's bad. But you can live Bubble Beam slow or Bubble Beam crit, or you can live Bubble Beam slow into Water Gun or a Bubble Beam crit. So there's very, very little things that can actually end you. And if you do get ended in this, your Misty's gonna faint your other Pokemon very fast because it will only Bubble Beam or Water Gun you, I'm pretty sure. And so you can just walk right
I do
back
not believe
over.
that is the case, actually. Starmie does no tackle. So
Okay,
it uses
yeah,
that on other
I guess.
Pokemon too.
Yeah, I guess if you get tackled and your Pokemon doesn't die immediately, it's not great.
It's not great, no. Definitely not
I mean,
great.
it's still gonna. It's
Yeah,
not like fainting to
Kchill
like an
getting through
oddish.
Misty, getting Water Gun, very nice. He does
Yeah,
have really
so
high health
very good
though,
for
which is
Kchill.
actually nice because he is ahead. So he doesn't necessarily need Red Bar, which is
Nope.
also something we should probably talk about because I don't think we talked
Yeah.
about that yet.
Oh, and let's watch Stocky's.
We should probably
Misty really quick, and then I have a great something I learned, or actually I'll tell this part of it right now. But I was watching a music YouTuber. I don't remember his name, but he was listening to the like old Pokemon music and reacting to the compositions for it. And something that he mentioned is that in these old Pokemon games, the amount of sound that they can have going at any time is very, very limited. They're limited to playing exactly 4 channels of sound at one time. So they can only have 4 sounds on any screen. And so this leads into Red Bar, right? Red Bar, something that it adds this little jingle in the background at a time. I have a hunch that the reason that Red Bar works the way it does is because with Red Bar, it's playing this additional jingle. The game can only have 4 jingles at a time, and so I have a feeling that sort of plays into it. So there are a lot of design limitations here. Getting a Water Gun on turn 1, very good for Stocky, so Stocky's going to be through as well.
Yeah, both getting really nice Misties, not dying.
Charles Cornell, yes, thank you. I knew it ended with Cornell. Yeah, you also just watched the video recently. Yep, it's a good video. Yeah, it is. The technological limitations of these games lead there to be, interesting glitches and
speedrun
exploits in general, and that leads to a very interesting speedrun. And Red Bar, such a big part of that. And I think I'm putting the piece of the puzzle together a little bit there, but I think that Red Bar, because it has that extra jingle playing, and it makes it so that the jingles with Pokemon don't play, you can take actions immediately when that happens. I have a feeling that limitation is some part of the reason that the programming is built that way.
I actually really don't know about that. Like, I don't really know about the programming aspect. I'm more about the speedrunning aspect. So you probably know more about that than I do.
No.
Why it works in game.
Yeah, it's just me putting the pieces of the puzzle together that, well, there's this technological limitation that they're bound by, that they can only have 4 sounds playing at a time. So like, if you are playing this extra Red Bar jingle at a time, then as a programmer, you're going to have to come up with some solution to that, so that way you're not overlapping too many sounds, because that's going to, it's not going to be viable to have that many sounds on at a time. And so what I think must have happened is that their solution must have been to, okay, let's have it, skip the jingles when Red Bar's playing. I have a feeling that's what happened. This is just pure speculation on my part, that's why it works the way that it does. So yeah, so it's very interesting to think about the Pokemon music, because it sounds so melodic, but really there's only 4 noises playing at any time. So it's kind of an interesting tangent. But here, so we have Kchill getting on the boat.
Yes, going into
sort of an uneventful lead up to the boat, because they're both at very healthy HP. These Pidgeys and whatnot can quick attack you, but they're at very healthy HP, so nothing to worry about. This boat rival, once again, Pidgeotto knows her favorite move, Sand Attack. It's not fun.
Luckily, we only have to risk 1 turn of it normally, so it's not as easy to get Troll on this fight as for Rival 2, but it definitely can still happen. It's just not as common. But luckily, Kchill not getting sanded, not having to switch. Because switching on Rival 2 is more of a choice. That's debated, depending on HP. But for Boat Rival, it's actually you pretty much have to switch, mainly because if you miss on Kadabra, it can do a lot of damage to you with confusion. It would do over Kchill's over half of Kchill's health right now.
Yeah, confusion's very scary. Fortunately, it does have a chance to teleport instead, which does nothing. So,
Yeah, it doesn't do anything, but it's a 50-50 chance of
scary.
winning per turn with sand if you don't swap. So that's
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah,
Plus,
fortunately everything went good. Notably, Kchill didn't try and set up red bars, so Kchill Mega Punched the Raticate. Instead of Mega Punching the Raticate, you can Horn Attack it and then Poison Sting it to try and get one extra turn of damage in to try and set up red bar later on. Really looks like Kchill is not looking to set up any sort of red bar.
I think this is a good play from Kchill because he does have a pretty good lead right now, so he definitely does not need to go for that risk.
Yeah, because your goal, right? There's only one person who wins these races that in the round that we're in is going to get kicked out of Pod 2, but they're still going to be in Pod 3. I think the lowest time is not going to be a part of Pod 2 if I saw that correctly.
I sure hope you did.
I think so. Let me check really quick. But I think whatever the lowest time is, I don't think makes it into Pod 2. They still get put in Pod, like they still make it no matter what happens. If you win, you're still going to make it into the next round no matter what. And for people here, if for the people raising here, if they lose, they should also probably make it because there's the wild card rule, right? The lowest second place time gets kicked out by the highest third place time. But as of right now, the highest third place time is 2 hours and 7 minutes. If that one of these two runs goes that long, I would be shocked.
There was like one other thing I wanted to add to like the boat rival and like why you don't want to switch on sand. It's because typically we thrash on Kadabra, but because it's sand and also Gen 1 mechanics, for every turn of thrash, it like reapplies sand again, so it becomes worse accuracy every turn you're thrashing.
Oh, really? I had no idea. That's amazing. Yes. Why does it reapply sand? That's so weird.
I have no idea why it does it. It's just a thing it does.
Weird. Pokemon programmers.
Basically, I just say because of Gen 1. And then everyone's like, okay, it makes sense.
Yeah,
but I'm sure there must be like an actual reason to why it reapplies.
Yep. One thing to pay attention to, by the way, on Kchill's screen, Kchill doing menuing, these menus are where you sort of can make, and you know, a lot of time is made up on the menus. If you have bad menus, it can cost you a lot of time, and you may not even know. So, like, you're really looking for, in these high-pressure situations where you're against Stocchi, who is the current world record holder in a Pokemon category, right? It's NS, no safe corruption, which is a cool category. But still a world record holder in that category, right? You want to make sure that, okay, when you're in these high-pressure situations, you're still able to get the menuing correctly. It's very, very easy to flub a menu and then find yourself losing lots of time because you swap the wrong item around or because you use the wrong HM or TM, or even worse, if you like teach a move in the wrong slot or use a repel or something like that. Like all of those little small things can really add up to like something very bad happening. It's very, very easy to just like randomly do something in a menu that's going to cost you a lot of time. So you're really looking for these buttery smooth menus where all of the inputs are very precise. So it's good to see that Kchill looked like had fairly smooth shopping, fairly smooth menuing from that perspective, and that gives me hope that Kchill can maintain this lead a little bit going forward.
Yes, I will say about Stocchi though, I know we had record for Catch 'em All at some point, which is like where you get 151 Pokemon like in one speedrun using any means necessary. For the most part, I think there are some restrictions, but basically it's a run.
I don't think there are any. Oh, you might not be able to save corrupt, but that's it.
I don't know. I'm sure I don't. Maybe, but I'm just trying to play. Run. Yeah, but mainly it has a lot of menus in it. So basically, to be good at that category, you have to be really good at menus.
Yeah, it is all menus.
Stocchi had the world record. He might still have it. I'm not really sure. But I know he had it for
a very smooth surge, by the way. It killed it without me even noticing.
Yes, Kchill got a good surge.
I was busy paying attention to Stocchi's menus, and just surge went poof.
Yes. I know Kchill tried, like him, he bubble beamed Voltorb to try to get Sonic Boom, I'm assuming. Although I don't know if that was a good play. Or maybe he just thought like he didn't want to risk the Thrash misrange or something. But I know he bubble beamed turn 1.
Kchill has already won the race in my heart because Kchill talked to my favorite NPC first, who's a gentleman, who's the leader of the fan club, who loves his Rapidash very much. So we can already call the race for Kchill.
Yeah,
I'm pretty confident.
It's not like there's another hour of the run after this or anything.
No.
Right?
Stocchi in very good red bar range, by the way. I didn't. Oh, missed the range on Volt.
No.
Very scary.
Okay,
Very scary to miss that range.
I believe he died
spooky.
the quick attack. No, I think he barely lives.
It has to be a crit, I think. I think with a crit it kills.
No, because crit ignores stat lower or whatever, so it would do the same no matter how many screenshots.
Oh, because normally, quick attack does like 4 normally, right? So crit would deal
3
like
to 4.
8. Yeah, okay, so it's not that bad. Okay, gonna switch out. So got a 3-turn thrash.
Yeah.
But so Kchill does not have red bar here. Stocchi does.
Stocchi,
Stocchi's gonna Stocchi's gonna is gonna recover some time after this on this next split if Kchill doesn't try and set up red bar, which I don't know if Kchill will or not.
I don't think he will. I highly doubt he will because the HP is really high.
Is this HP range where you can? I've checked my notes to see if
you can 100% Cubone on this. If that's what you mean.
This is. Yeah, you can't double stall the slowpoke, right? Try and get it a couple times.
You can, but it's not as good as just going for Cubone and then a stall.
No, you do not want to stall on Cubone. I mean, I guess you could. I guess stalling on Cubone at high HP
actually, because you live a crit no matter what.
Yeah, that's not that bad. Yeah, maybe setting up red bar is not too bad here. I didn't think about that.
Cubone has about like an 8% crit rate. It's a lot higher than Slowpoke, which is like a 2.5. So typically, if you want to go for red bar, runners would like stall a turn on the Slowpoke to get hit by Confusion, because it's more predictable damage than Cubone. So like Cubone does like 20 to 24, I think, like if he doesn't crit you. But since he has a pretty decent crit rate, it's kind of risky to go for that in races if you would get into red bar from just normal Cubone.
Yeah, but this I agree. I think it's probably very good to go for.
Yeah, I personally don't think you should go for it at all, though. But like, he could if he wants to. But I'm not sure if I would agree with that play.
Yeah. So by the way, on the Stocchi screen, you're going to see a couple of things that we missed. So at this point, you're going to teach Thunderbolt to your Nidoking. So it's going to have Thunderbolt, Bubble Beam, Thrash, and Mega Punch. It's going to be a total monster in this cave, barring a couple of trainers that are going to be, a couple trainers that are going to be a little bit scary, but they're going to save before them almost assuredly. Almost assuredly, they're saving for Oddish Girl.
Yeah, and we do actually get to see, I think on both perspectives, actually, a palette we call Cheater Palette, which basically allows you to see all the trainers in Rock Tunnel as well as like the walls without having flash.
I'm disappointed in both of them for going for this, actually.
So typically, like higher level runners don't use Cheater Palette because like the the manipulation has a lower IGT.
So one of the manipulations that we keep talking about is to basically so use RNG manipulations to get a couple of little spots of randomness to go your way. One of them is getting Surge's cans to be in the exact same spot every time. And so using the hue like this and setting the hue this way, that manipulation, it costs you a little bit of time to do it that way, but it guarantees that the cans are always in the same spot. For the other manipulation, if you do it the slightly faster way, there is a small, I think it's like 1 in 60 chance that it won't work just because of the manipulations depend on the frame in which you save in game, and so if you just happen to save on the wrong frame, which you just can't control, then you will not get it, which is just.
It depends on the manip you use, but none of them actually have just a 1 in 60 to fail. It's either a 2 in 60, a 3 in 60, or a lot less than 1 in 60. Which
I see. Okay, so for this one,
it's 60/60 cans, even though it really isn't, because it doesn't have like a guaranteed success rate technically. But it doesn't have like a 1 in 60 chance to fail.
Kchill, crit the Oddish. That's very good.
Very nice.
Because that's not a very good range. Matter. If you kill the Oddish, then that's totally fine. That Oddish is very, very scary. Can stun spore you, which is a nightmare. Can put you to sleep, which is also a nightmare. So if one of those things happens, you may find yourself resetting your console and then trying that fight again. But fortunately, that did not happen.
Yes, and I don't believe he saved either because he was at high HP.
Oh, wow. No save. You even at high HP, you can still get very like trolled in that fight. Yeah, I don't think you can die at high HP in that fight.
Yeah, Square, that's probably the case, but I was just saying, like, the other Minips don't have just a 1 in 60 to fail. But yeah, that is probably the case. I would assume that's the case. But I was just talking about the other Minips besides Pelican. But yeah.
Yeah, so Stocky's going to come up on this same trainer, and once again, same thing. We're just going to be looking for Thrash to kill this Oddish, or this Oddish
he
to
probably
not
is going to...
troll.
Yes, he is saving before.
Gonna save, yeah, makes sense.
Because he is at a lower HP, so he can die way more easily than Kchill can. Like, in that fight, so...
Yeah, having red bar here going to be nice. So Stocky's going to very slowly make a little bit of time up because of that red bar. Because once again, it's going to skip those cries, right? So makes that you can perform actions immediately when it comes out. Oh, sleep resets immediately. I like that decision a lot.
Yeah, I don't necessarily disagree with that decision.
I like it a lot.
Most of the time that goes badly, so it's just.
I'm
pretty sure
you're gonna
absorb on average to just reset instantly.
Yeah, I think it's better on average. So it sucks to have a quote-unquote death there, but it's better to reset then and not
and to just try to grind it out.
Fall victim to the sunk cost fallacy and say, oh, well, I'm in this fight, I should keep going. Like, nope, you should just reset it because it will save you time in the long run. Getting absorbed this time, that's
getting absorbed,
a lot better.
Yes, that is a lot better than getting sleep, although not needed because I believe he kept red bar the whole way, even without that. So ideally, he would have just wanted to kill, get both of them in one turn. But, you know.
Yeah. Kchill getting out of the
rock tunnel. Yes.
There is one more trainer here, which is the Ramblin' Gamblin' Dude.
Mm-hmm. Who we knowingly call Gambler.
Yep. So this trainer, at this HP, nothing bad can happen. I don't think it's not too bad.
Bad things can technically happen, but it's incredibly, incredibly unlikely.
Yeah, so I think it should be fine. Gets the Thrash off, everything's good. All right, so Kchill officially going to have access to revives very, very soon, which I anticipate both of them, unlike what I used to do, which is not pick up revives, I anticipate both of them are going to pick up revives. That's going to make everything a lot safer, so if something bad happens, at the very least, you can say, okay, well...
Wait, you're just gonna go over that? That used to not pick it up? That's just a thing.
Oh yeah, I used to not pick up revives. Yeah, no revive gang. But so Kchill gonna find the elixir. That's good. The elixir and the nugget bridge for what I do. Okay, so Kchill taking his time, counting the steps.
Counting the steps. It's
okay. That's good. It is. I learned it very recently. It's exactly 5 bike presses or bike pedals over. So I've been counting to that metric. But yeah, it is. It's not. It's not something you want to miscount and start to look around for. So I respect it. Losing a couple seconds here or there to just make sure that.
Because if you pass it up and don't know it, you lose a lot of time.
Yep. So Kchill doing shopping here. We do want to make, once again, this is another spot. Oh, Kchill missing the TM07.
Oh, okay. That would have been so bad if he actually bought that, though.
Yeah, that would mess up your money a little bit. No, but fortunately, it's pretty easy to see.
It is pretty easy to see, yeah.
First before Super Repels, that's interesting.
I Super Repels last, I guess.
Because you go Super Repel to bounce the cursor up to the potions,
that's definitely not what you should do, what Kchill did, no.
Yeah, it's
normally you buy Super Repels first, because your cursor instantly gets reset to Super Potions, so you buy that. And then you only go one slot more down to get to the revive.
Yeah, and also you want them to be as high in your menu as possible because you want to grab those Super Repels later, whereas the revives and the Super Potions you don't need to grab at any point.
Stocchi getting trolled by Gambler, not hitting the bubble.
Oh, it didn't burn though. That's burn. Ember burn is like so brutal if that happens. Because it halves your attack, which is just like so awful.
That would make the Vulpix not one shot with Thrash, which is not good.
That would be a problem. But that didn't happen fortunately, so everything's okay.
That is a really favorable range too, so it is kind of sad though.
It's very unlucky. Yeah, there's a surprising amount of things in this run that you just kind of take for granted because like the ranges are like 90-95%, and then like the one time you miss it and get trolled by a Pokemon, you remember it forever. Like the time that you get like Ember burned, it's just like it's just brutal.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of ranges, it is going to be a little bit later in the run, like about 6, 7, 8-ish minutes from now. But in Pokemon Tower on the last floor, one of the rockets have a Golbat. And for Kchill, it is actually a range for him to kill the Golbat, while for Stocchi, it guarantees that it faints because he did last earlier. So his special levels up sooner than than Kchill's did.
Right.
So that's like the last advantage we'll see of last.
Yep. And so welcome to everyone from Alan's stream, by the way. And for those of you that were not there, SpeedGaming is they are jam packed. There's so many games happening. Right, you might have been here from the link to the past race earlier, right? So lots of races going on. So Alan was streaming the other final race on his channel. So welcome to all the speedrunners. We're all gathered here for this final race. This is the last race of this round, the first round of this.
Round 1 of the 2021 tournament.
Yeah, so it's a very close race still. Honestly, it's still anybody's game. Kchill with a good lead. Probably like a minute and a half or so, would you say? I haven't timed it exactly, but it seems like about that.
It would seem about that to me, yeah. Maybe a little more.
That is a decent lead, but not something that's insurmountable by any means.
No,
there's a lot of luck.
Because speaking of luck, yes, we're going to get to, after this rival, there is like a little section of Pokemon Tower where you need to hit rock slides 4 times in a row for it to go ideal. And it's a little bit better than Mega Punch to hit. It's like 90 compared to Mega Punch's 85%, but you do have to get 4 90% in a row, which sounds easy, but it definitely can miss and can screw you over a lot. Because the Ghastlies are pretty troll. Because they have Confuse Ray, Lick, which can paralyze you, a pretty good chance to Nightshade. And I think they have one more move that I'm forgetting about, but I know that for sure they have those 3.
Yeah, it's Lick. I think they have a sleep move, right? They can put you to sleep.
I don't think so.
No, they can't. No, they can't. No.
I don't think they have hypnosis yet.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Yeah, you're right. By the way, Kchill went early drill, so Kchill going to abuse the fact that when you X accuracy, your move no longer has an accuracy check. It just always hits, and so as a result, when you horn drill, as long as you're faster than the other Pokemon, that Pokemon is going to Pokemon Heaven.
I have to answer the demands of the people, and I know, like, Stocchi got pretty trolled on Bridge. Like, he missed so many Mega Punches and Horn Attacks on, like, the second last. But I'm not sure if a lot more outside of that happened.
Yeah, I mean, so far it's been, like, the Bridge and then taking a little bit of extra time in the last, I think... it's a very close race. The only thing can happen. Kchill really hoping for some rock slide hits here. If Kchill has any misses, where you are in a world of trolls at that point. These Ghastlies, very, very trolly, just like Simple mentioned.
Yeah. So we really want to see all of these rock slides hit.
Yeah, especially for this HP, the pad is not a big deal, but for Stocchi, it's going to be a huge deal. You really don't want to miss because you're risking dying to a Nightshade, which is a big time loss because you do have Revive, so it's not as big of a time loss as if you have to walk all the way back through this, but it's going to be a pretty considerable time loss if you miss a Rock Slide, and then which is a 90% accurate move, so is likely to hit, but not guaranteed by any means. No. So if that happens, it's just a very bad time.
Predictions on this matchup. I believe, like, Kchill has a fair amount of lead right now, but I think Stocchi could come back from this. So I definitely don't think it's locked.
Yeah, I'm not making a prediction right now. I won't do it. Not right now. I'm an impartial commentator.
Yes,
definitely. I like both these guys, so very impartial. So, by the way, Stocchi, so one route change as well. So you also get to see the two different route adaptations. Stocchi going for late drill, meaning that Stocchi opted to not learn horn drill right now. And what that means is that there's some pros and cons to it, but mainly you have a slightly safer rival fight because you don't have to spend a turn setting up the X accuracy. You get to just immediately Thunderbolt the Pidgeotto, and then Thunderbolt again, and then you Bubble Beam the Growlithe, and then you Thrash the last 2 Pokemon. So it's a little bit safer in that respect. You do, there's pros and cons to both of them, but basically you have setups in both ways. Your buys are slightly different in your items, but they both have setups in order to, get through the run in a good portion of time. They're just small pros and cons depending on what items you want to buy, what other things that are going for you. Your HP really matters a lot for doing early drill versus late drill. So it's just something that both runners have had a different. At Kchill, it being very high HP, very good to do early drill, I think. So you'll see stocchi teach drill after stocchi's done using Rock Slide on all these guys. Kchill missing no Rock Slides, by the way. Very nice.
Getting a good Rock Slide segment. So
yeah, no trolls. Very clean. Super clean.
A little bit more on the late drill is that there's a general consensus that you should go for late drill more often because you are able to use less X accuracies and thus have more if you die to something. So you have more X, you have extra XX. So if you die to a fight where you use it, you're not trying to play an X accuracy down or whatever. You have more extras that can be used.
Yeah, and I think that you can route in 1 extra X accuracy with the Nugget, but you have to buy fewer Super Repels to do that. So if you mess up something with a Repel or use one in Accent, then you have 1 fewer later on. So there's pros and cons to each of them. Yeah, you can get slightly more X accuracies, I think, in doing late. Or I might mess it up, but yeah, you get slightly more X accuracies doing late drill than by doing early drill.
Yeah, but generally fights where you use X accuracies go pretty well because you can't really miss.
Yeah,
but,
it's very nice. Yeah, you're always. We haven't talked about
where it can be
Gen 1 misses at all, but with any move where you're not guaranteed to hit, the programmers just forgot to put an equal sign when they're rolling their random numbers for if this is for 100% accurate moves, they just forgot to put an equal sign there. So there is a 1 in 256 chance for any move to miss if it rolls that number that the equal sign is missing for. So even a Thrash miss can be very devastating at the wrong time.
Yeah.
So very small. It's a very small consideration, obviously, but when you're X accuracying, it just removes that check altogether, which means that no matter what the random number generator says, you're always hitting. So
for sure, yeah. And I don't think we've seen any general misses this run yet. So.
No, we haven't. No, I don't think so either.
That is a good thing, honestly, that we haven't talked about it yet.
It's always very scary, and it's very surprising when it happens because 1 in 256. You might expect to see on average you probably see 1 per run, but it's it's always surprising when it happens, and you sometimes there are backups for Gen 1 misses where you're risking dying if you don't know some very specific backup. So you can definitely see a lot of skill expression when you observe a Gen 1 miss if people know exactly how to react.
How to recover from it. Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes you also just get completely scred, and there's not much you can do about it. When you Gen 1 miss and then die, then there's nothing to do, and you lose a bunch of minutes for
it
no
is
reason.
kind of it is one of the worst mechanics of this game that heavily impacts the speedrun, in a bad way. So, it can throw people over if it happens.
Yeah, I was thinking about Diablo 2 Remastered is coming out soon, which I'm very excited about. But one of the, they basically are keeping the game exactly the same mechanic wise, so they're leaving in all of this jank that's in Diablo 2 that exists, and it had me thinking how cool would it be to have a revamped Pokemon game where they just remove these very, very, very small glitches like Gen 1 missing that are just very annoying to play with, but they left everything else the same in terms of how the game works, so that way the speedrun doesn't change. How cool would that be to play as fantasy? But
yeah,
that would never happen.
I know for a fact that many runners in this chat have heard me say stuff like, this would be a perfect speed game if Gen 1 misses and IGTs didn't exist. But
yeah, I mean,
you can't change what's been done for 30 years. So
no, I think
it's forever.
Yeah, it's still. It makes it more exciting, right? There is a lot more. It adds a little bit more luck, and I think one of the reasons that this run is so fun to watch is because of that luck component. It is just so fun, you know, rolling those Pokemon dice, seeing if it comes up on, you know, heads or tails. So,
yeah. I don't know, it's just like, to me, I don't really like them because there's like programming errors, right? And so like they didn't intend it for that to be the case. But like everything else for the most part they did, although there are definitely some cases of that as well that are beneficial.
Like so cool.
So,
it's just like adds so much depth to the speed running. That's nice. So there's pros and cons, but the luck is, you know, I think one big part of the reason that we're all here. So getting glared
by Arbok and getting
can happen in this. You really don't want to get glared there.
I'm not sure why you did that.
Why? That seems
that is definitely not correct. No, you should not have done that. Now he has to play an X speed down, unless if he bought an extra one.
No, he has only 2. You need 3 for that's a very
you don't absolutely need 3 if you have extra X specials, because you can use an X special in Lance where you would normally use an X speed. So he can still recover from this, but it is just like a questionable play as to why he X-speeded on the Arbok there, but because he still outspeed it, especially because, well, he outspeeds it because of Paralyze Heal, obviously, so it got rid of the paralysis. But
maybe he got confused as to what fight he was in. That like maybe he thought, okay, I'm in the maybe like your brain just lapses. You think you're in the rival fight, so it's like, oh yeah, I need to X speed this fight. Very curious. What do you need X speed for in this fight? I don't remember.
You need X speed. For you basically only require X speed for this fight, the rival fight right now.
Right, but which Pokemon specifically is it a problem for to not X speed?
I believe Alakazam is the main issue.
I see. Yeah, that is a big issue.
Because Alakazam is a strong psychic type, and he just destroys your Nidoking if you give him the turn.
I don't know what backup is. He's at good HP.
The backup is that you use an extra X special on Lance, so he should be fine if he knows to do that.
Okay.
I'm really hoping he knows that.
Yeah, that
so he has a really low HP from this. You normally do not get this low at all. So we got hit a lot.
A little lower. Would have been fine without the other quick attack. He was at like 47, I believe. 47's pretty good, I think, because then you're not really at too much risk for the Hypno. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Grover. Yeah, so Grover's saying that Paralyze
you are slower, but you still outspeed. So that was definitely not the thing he should have did. Although I don't know if he considered that.
That's interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, so another place where Badge Boost comes in clutch because when you use your when you use Paralyze Heals, it removes Badge Boost.
Yes,
today I learned. I didn't know that.
I believe you're still faster when you remove the Badge Boost. So
yeah, but yeah, Kchill very good. I'm sure Kchill knows some sort of backup. It seemed very intentional to X speed there. It was like you have to go very far down in the menu. You can't press that far down on accident and do it. So Kchill has 1 X speed right now, but apparently if he knows the backup, going to be completely fine.
Yes, he should be fine if he knows how to do Lance without an X speed. So you should be good.
Yep. Stocky's still at full HP here. Gonna have to set up some HP on the next rocket. Oh, that wing attack is pretty good.
Yeah, wing attack crit into quick attack.
Wow, and a quick attack, really nice.
Yeah, really good health now.
Really good luck there.
I don't think.
And Kchill getting Sylph Bar on accident.
Getting bar from Cubone.
That is very scary. Okay, use the elixir before the fight. That's good. So this is still very scary. Kchill has revived, so I think Kchill should go with this and hope for the best.
He definitely just keeps going with this.
This could be like a really...
I believe he only dies to a Horn Attack crit from this Nidorino here, or maybe like a 5-turn Fury attack. Because I'm not sure if the normal Horn Attack kills. It might, though, actually.
The only scary thing after this is then the trainer in Koga's gym that has the Hypno. That's the only scary place.
Yeah.
That is nuts.
But if he can manage to keep it all the way through, it saves a lot of time, This saves a lot of time if he can keep it through, but it is scary, because multiple Pokemon...
If Kchill keeps this bar through, it's going to give Kchill a very big lead here.
Kill him.
Oh, it kills anyways!
It does kill. Yeah, I wasn't sure if that would kill or not.
Gotta revive it? Wow. Maybe it was a roll to kill?
I
Is that
really want to
possible?
say
How
it
much
was
damage
a
does that
roll.
do?
Yes, I can look it up actually really quick.
Yeah, I'm very curious. I mean, you have to go for it though. There's no reason not to.
No. Yeah, no. You
HP is still
definitely did the
fine.
correct play.
We
Yes,
have an
okay.
extra X accuracy.
It was a roll. It's 13 to 16. Yes.
Wow, so it's a 50-50. So
Yeah,
it's an actual point flip.
thank you, Hammer Show, for saying that in chat too.
Wow. That's nuts. So
Yeah, that
Kchill's
is
going to be at more
unfortunate.
comfortable HP here.
Yes, but that is time loss, so Stocky
That is
is
time. Yeah, that's
catching
going to
up.
let Stocchi catch up. Stocchi is now only one battle behind. Probably about. I was going to time out see how far along they were, but maybe I'll time it at a Giovanni death. We'll see how far behind Stocchi is.
Stocky also getting really low HP.
Oh my gosh! So did he set this up? I wasn't paying attention.
He must have like tried to set up, I guess.
Did you say? Oh yeah, because
drowsy bar. Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, drowsy bar. Wow.
I mean, he also
so
just
Stocchi
dies
really
if
playing
he
for the
gets
win
hit.
here.
He is absolutely, yeah.
This is not a strat that you go for if you're playing.
If you were that low HP, you would not go for that.
No, you would not go for that. Yeah, this is absolutely playing for the win. Realizing that
he is definitely playing for the win here, for sure.
Reach and going for it. I like it. Guard spec, really nice.
Really nice, dude. Really nice.
That is huge.
It is definitely huge, for sure.
Kchill is took his time with the elevator going to floor 10.
Yes, because not only does he keep red bar for this fight, but there's Juggler 2 you mentioned earlier, but there is a Juggler 1 which has 4 Pokemon. But because he has red bar, it speeds it up massively. So like he just saves a lot of time just from that alone.
Yeah, I think it is about a minute off right now. It's about a minute.
Yeah, and if Stocky can keep it, it'll be very close.
It's going to be really
the whole time.
Close.
It'll be really close.
Okay, not a bad menu from Kchill.
Good menu from Kchill, yes. That's what we like to see.
Yeah, you don't want to select any extra items or do anything.
You don't want to swap the wrong items, no.
Yeah, you don't want to use the wrong item. Yeah, using the wrong. Yeah, use an extra like repel, like swapping the wrong items around. If you mess up your menu, it is so hard to improvise in the middle of a run and come back. It's like one of the most frustrating things of speedrunning is if you mess up your menu and you have no idea where anything is. It is one of the most tilting things of all time, and it's so easy to do because all you have to do is press select on the wrong item and then it completely messes it up.
And then it messes up your menu forever. Yeah, it's not great trying to recover from a missed menu for sure.
Yep. So I think Stocky went for the 3 repel route. Did Kchill go? Kchill went for 6 repel or also 3 repel?
We'll see in a second here. If he does.
Oh, he's getting the PP up.
He is getting the PP up. I think this is the 3 repel route as well.
Yeah, I think so too.
Wait, it is not, because I don't think the repel wears off normally there for PP up. Like,
you're right. No, you're right. So it has to be 6. So also getting the PP.
I don't think it has to be 6. I don't know what route this is.
I don't know. It's gotta be 6. It must be
6 repel and PP up is very interesting.
That is very interesting. Yeah, normally
if that is the case. We'll see in a hot second here, though.
Yeah.
How many repels he has.
1 repel left.
1 repel.
That.
Normally you would have 2 there. Yeah, normally you would have 2 there on 6
repel. He bought 5 repel on Vermilion. Okay.
5 repel.
So he bought
okay.
5 repel. That had to have been an accident.
Okay. Yeah, that's...
Is that why he's getting the PP up? Okay, so he's not repelled here, so he's got to be a little careful walking through the grass. But honestly, not using a repel here is not the end of the world. It's fairly unlikely you get encountered. There's very few grass tiles coming up.
It's pretty likely in Safari Zone.
Yeah, but there's not that many tiles you have to walk through. So Stocky also going to get the PP up.
But I don't know. Maybe I've just gotten unlucky, but every time I tried to YOLO that, I would always get an encounter there.
I've only YOLO'd it once, and I didn't get an encounter.
I YOLO'd it like 3 times, and I got an encounter each time, so... Oh, he's using
using his repel right away. Okay, this makes sense. That's a good adaptation, I think.
I'm not sure if this lasts the long way, though.
I don't think it does. I think it's going to wear out, like, right at the end. So maybe I don't like it as much.
I don't know. I don't think I've seen somebody use a repel there before. But I'm pretty sure people, like, do that, but I just don't think I've seen it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
That was not
okay.
intentional.
Yes, he
Oh,
did
he's
want to
using
use
another
another
one.
repel there. Okay, so it
He
wouldn't
messed up his
last.
buffer. I see. That's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard to do. It's hard when you're on the item slot and you're trying to go down exactly one item to use it immediately. It's pretty hard to do that without screwing it up. It's very easy to go down 2 items or use the item that you're on.
Yeah,
It's kind of tricky.
I don't know if this means he's gonna be down a super repel now from normal, or if
I don't
this is like
think
what he normally does.
so. No, there's no way, right? Because normally, well, on like I always buy 7. So so you only need 7 for the entire route, I think, unless you want to play like super safe or you need an
Yeah.
extra one somewhere else. So I think that the repel count's going to be fine. So it seems like he has it routed in. It's not going to be a big deal. So it's just like an extra menu here to use an extra repel. So
Yeah, I don't think this should be bad, but it's
no,
just
and by the way, the reason that we're harping on this is that we have gotten to the point in the run where there are a couple more trainers that can sort of... There's a couple more trainers here that can pose issues at the end of this run. One of them is going to be coming up, which is the Hypno.
which is the trainer right after this guy, Kchill's fighting right now. So the trainer after this guy is going to have the Hypno that is a big issue.
Yep, so there's the Hypno. There's going to be, in Giovanni's gym, a few gyms from now, there's going to be a karate dude that's also going to pose issues. But other than that, until Elite Four, it comes down to just pure execution. And when you are purely executing at this part of the run, when you're sort of late into a run, every single little bit that you do is really going to add up in terms of seconds, because it's a lot of menuing, a lot of walking the correct way. Got to be very, very careful with.
We have seen runners catch up from just this time alone with the same RNG, but they just have a better execution or like ending or whatever. So.
Yeah, so here you're going to see stocchi really catch up, and I anticipate if stocchi doesn't get killed by this Hypno, I think that they will
he will be ahead
around
after
the exact same time, or he'll be a little ahead.
I really want to say he'll be a little ahead, but maybe not.
It'll be very close.
It will be very close. But yeah, this fight is like the one stocchi's on is just free. You just earthquake ×4. So
I love the copy pasta going right now. Yeah. I don't think I would call myself a red pro, but I'm a red connoisseur at this point.
Red connoisseur.
Yep.
Okay, so we actually kind of want confusion from Kchill because you'll get red bar if nothing bad happens. Oh, the crit is also really nice. The crit is also like
that's nice. Yeah, it means that there's no risk of anything bad happening. You're at perfect HP. Not gonna set up red bar, but that is
not gonna set up red bar, but that is the second best outcome technically.
Yep, that is pretty good.
Still very nice because normally that does not faint in one turn. You normally need to hit it twice for it to faint. So getting that lucky crit, making it faint in one turn. So see what stocchi gets though, because I believe he does die to a single headbutt.
Yeah, stocchi really wants the crit here, really badly.
The crit would be ideal for stocchi. Oh my god, they both crit Hypno! Let's go, dude!
Oh my gosh.
Let's go. That's so good for both of them.
Insane split from stocchi here. Actually, completely ridiculous split.
Really nice, yeah. He's gonna
very lucky. Very lucky. There two good things had to happen for this to happen, and now we have a completely even race. Simple. Going into the execution-heavy part of the run.
I mean, from the looks of it, stocchi is still a decent amount behind.
I mean, it's not that much. It's like 20 seconds or so. It's like within 30 seconds.
It's flute to end though. Like,
what's that?
I bet he will catch up in flute to end if nothing bad happens.
Yeah, it's going to be very close. Very, very close.
Yeah.
Crazy turn of events.
Oh,
That's
no.
crazy. All of this too. Oh, he didn't get the.
I'm overreacting for no reason.
Yeah, having to pokey flute is sometimes that happens.
It's fine. He was getting good RNG. Manipulated the RNG, as runners would say.
Oh, he used it instead of using the elixir. Is that what happened?
Yeah, he used the Helix bots instead of the elixir. It's just funny.
Sometimes you just gotta play the anthem of Pokemon. Every once just to hear it again, because we don't hear it often enough. So sometimes you just gotta play that Poke Flute to have it happen. Yeah, it's very, very
Yeah,
close. All this
basically
too
30
because
seconds off. Thank you, Hammer, with the
yes,
standings.
and all this just because Kchill Sylph Bar didn't work out, or Cubone Bar did not work
Yeah,
out. He got killed by that
Bar did not work
range
out.
horn attack. Is Kchill not swapping anything around on this menu? I guess that with
That's
this
pretty.
route
That's
you don't
pretty
have to swap
standard.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not super familiar with the different race routes, but I know that like, you know, in general, whenever you're whenever you're in a menu in speedruns, you typically are trying to do as many things as you can. You're trying to be as
He
efficient
did.
with your menus as
I'm pretty
possible.
sure he did earlier swaps, so there's like nothing
I
to swap
see.
here.
So yeah, here, so Stocky's going to swap the PP up. That makes sense because you want to use that eventually to get the extra horn attack or horn drill PP. Definitely don't want extra horn attack PP. Will not do you much good, but the extra horn drill will do you a lot of good.
Yes. I believe the main benefit is you can horn drill Venusaur with having enough horn drills for Lorelei, as well as just being able to horn drill × 6 the champ. Which is
Yeah,
very
I think
nice.
it's just it sort of is nice in terms of your like Ether max elixir or elixir max Ether management. I always get the two mixed up, but yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's good in terms of your management of that, where like you don't have to use quite as many or something like that. I don't know. It makes it a little bit easier.
It does technically make a fight coming up in, I want to say, like 15 minutes here. Like it doesn't make it barely, like it makes it barely more risky, but
Yeah.
it does make it like slightly more risky. But nothing like should happen.
Yeah.
It's
Also,
very
chat.
unlikely.
This is by far the best song. So any dancing emotes you want to put out, now's the time. This is by far the best music you're gonna hear. What's your favorite like dancing emote symbol?
Probably Cat Jam.
Cat Jam.
Really like Cat Jam.
I'm a Duck Please fan myself. I think Duck Please is my favorite one. Yeah, but yeah, definitely like yeah, this game has some incredible 8-bit music, but I don't know why this is like such a, you know, it's like a you know, Pokemon rave song or something like that.
Yeah.
Very good. Love this song.
Personally, I gotta say, SSN is more type of my jam, but I do understand the
SSN's a
people
good
of,
jam.
of Mansion.
Yeah, I love SSN.
It is a top 5 of this game for me.
Yeah, it's a good one. What other songs are in your top 5? What other songs do you like?
SSN is 1, Vermilion is 2, Cerulean is 3.
Cerulean. Oh, Cerulean actually gives me like flashbacks to being in childhood. That song's so good.
Yeah.
It's
and
so
then
good.
4 is Cinnabar, and then 5 is Mansion.
Oh, Cinnabar's good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all very good. Yeah,
They're all
like
very nice.
I like a lot. It's such good classic music. So awesome. Another good reason to run the game is they get to hear all this classic music. Although you hear a little bit too much bike music. Bike music is still good, but
it's still good.
It's very happy. It's a little bit too happy when you're wandering through like, you know, Victory Road and you're hearing this happy bike music and you're just like, okay, if I hit an optional, I'm gonna lose 5 minutes and it's not.
Or
you're
just
fun.
sitting there pushing a boulder every like 5 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
One
yeah,
time.
so Kchill coming up on Erica. So this is now that the Pokemon
there can
is
actually
fully
be a
powered
little
up,
bit of a
ready to
troll
go.
in this fight.
Yeah, you can miss Blizzard.
Blizzard is a 90% accurate move like Rock Slide, and the Tangela can't really kill you. Well, like it technically can, but it's incredibly unlikely for that to happen. Even when you do miss Blizzard. But basically, you just hope he hits Blizzard, and you're fine.
Yep. And so as you'll notice, right, so Pokemon at 10 HP, right, everything's set up so that way this Nidoking is in this very, very nice red bar range where we will have red bar for the rest of the run. At least that's the hope, as long as nothing terrible happens.
Yes. Ideally, we keep red bar. Until Bruno.
Yep, until Bruno. Yeah, and at Bruno, then that's when it'll be lost.
It'll
But yeah,
level
for the
out.
rest of
Yeah,
the run,
red bar.
the only way you lose red bar is there's the one karate trainer, which we will point out when we come up to it. But then other than that, it is just if you Gen 1 miss some move, which is very unlucky if that happens.
Which is very unlikely, yeah. But people have done that, and it is very unfortunate to see when it happens. So
yeah.
It can't happen in Blaine's gym though, because we do use an X accuracy in it. So
Yes, yeah. So in Blaine's gym, nothing. Well, you
there
can
is
miss
a I was gonna say
press.
there is a little meme in the community called Unlucky Blaine, and that's basically when you press the wrong button on the question. So, like, we hope people don't do that. And it's like you would think it's easier than it is to like just hit the right button all the time, but sometimes you mix up the questions and you just hit the wrong button and you have to fight a trainer.
Yeah, if you're like nervous and you're like, I A/B spam to clear the text, because when you clear text boxes, you kind of want to like stifle your A/B
It is
presses to get
faster to
as good of a
aim for
chance
each
to clear it
checkbox.
immediately as possible. But so if you're not paying as much attention and you do that, and you accidentally do it one too many times and hit the wrong button on a box, then it is encountering an extra trainer here is very, very bad. You really don't want to do that.
Yes, because not only does it lose time, it also messes with your earthquake power
Yep.
points. So you might not have enough to go through the rest without using PP up increasing item or like restoring item, and then you might like be playing down one of those, which is really not good for E4.
Yeah, so hopefully we don't see any of that. Hopefully
Hopefully
that doesn't.
everyone
It
just
shouldn't
answers all the
happen.
questions correctly. It should not, but I think
It
we
should not
have seen it
happen.
in this tournament already, haven't we?
I think both these people are sort of. Oh yeah, so Kchill's through. Don't have to worry about Kchill
Kchill's
trolling
through.
himself.
Stocchi should be good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if Stocchi messed this up, I'll be disappointed a little bit.
Oh, a little bit, yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Bit. But he should be fine. He only has 2 more.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to remember the order. So hopefully he remembers the order and knows what button to press. Should be fine.
If worst comes to worst, he can just read the questions, and he should know the answers from reading the questions. But
I mean, some of the questions are kind of trollish nowadays because they've like become true now when they were like false in Gen 1.
True.
So I don't know. It's very funny.
True. Yeah, that
yes,
is funny. That's true.
They
That's
both
very
did not
true.
get unlucky Blaine, as we call it. So very nice.
No unlucky Blaine.
No unlucky Blaine.
Aaron's very good. Yeah, so we're within 40 seconds of each other. So that is within like 1 lance death or 1 karate reset.
Yeah.
Very, very close.
A little bit over 1 karate reset. So. But yeah, we hope
karate resets pretty fast.
It's like 30 seconds ish. So
yeah, Kchill menuing very fast. We'd love to see that.
Very fast, yes.
He's also been doing very fast menuing. It's been very good. So that's what you like to see. Like that's where the elite players of this game truly make up so much time over the sort of lesser players. Is that okay? You can get some different luck earlier, and that can play into your time, and then this split hits.
Menuing can save minutes on the people who aren't
and then the people who are just like the truly elite at this run, they are just blitzing through these menus super fast.
I do believe Kchill will keep this lead if nothing happens, though.
I think so too. I think Kchill's playing very well right now. Kchill has been showing that his menuing is not impacted.
His menuing
by the
is pretty nice. Oh yeah,
he's playing very fast. Everything's good.
Mm-hmm. Very nice from both runners.
Yeah, so Kchill, so of course Sabrina at this point not an issue for this Nidoking as long as you don't miss an earthquake.
As long as you don't miss an earthquake, yes, it's fine.
Yep, earthquake's always going to kill. Everything very carefully routed so that way the earthquakes will you'll always outspeed the Alakazam without any speed ups or anything like that at this point in the run, and your earthquakes are going to one shot everything.
Yeah, they all one shot, so it's not like it's arranged to kill anything with earthquake on Sabrina.
So far, so good. So far, everything is going smoothly as we expect.
As we expect, yeah, because it's incredibly unlikely that this fight does not go smoothly. As
the small optimizations are the main important things to pay attention to. So yeah, that's what you really want to be careful about. Is okay. Are you menuing to dig immediately? Yes, you are. That's good. Are we flying?
Are we doing the correct things in the menu?
Spot.
Yes.
Yeah, so far they're both playing great. Both people playing great. Should be very, 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 very close ending.
Very close, yes. Incredibly so.
Yeah. So we're coming up on the dreaded karate dude.
Yeah, we have one short fight right before that though. So.
Yeah, one short fight, but the karate dude though is just
it's
you have
not
a very
this guy
high
that
percent
people
chance to
run,
die.
It's the guy right after. That
Yeah,
we're
right
worried
after
about.
this. It's so this guy's free, but right after
This
this,
guy's free,
Kchill's
yeah.
screen, very likely to die.
Yeah, we'll see the
But I mean,
dreaded
by very
black
likely,
belt.
by the way, when I say that, I mean like you're, like 30% to die or something like that. Like, which is in
I was
this
told
run,
it was like a
very
1 in
likely.
7 to die, but I don't
Oh,
know if
it's
I believe
that
that.
unlikely. Yeah. So I mean, you have karate.
It's definitely
chop,
not 1
but-
in 3. No, it's not that high.
Oh, it's
to
not that
die.
high. Oh, okay, I thought it was very high.
No,
I guess it's not that.
high.
It's not quite that high. I thought it was very high. It's still high. It's still
He has
not.
4 moves
you
he can do. One of them kills you if he. One of them kills you like most of the time, so that's the one we don't want to see.
Yeah.
But the 25% just off that, and then he can also X attack, which I don't know what the percent for that is, but makes it less that he chooses that.
Oh,
We
karate
do
chop is
see
gonna crit.
it. It's
Oh, no
non-crit!
crit. Let's go.
Let's go, dude!
No
Non-crit.
crit.
Yes, dude. That's like a
That is
80%
amazing.
crit, I believe.
Yeah,
So
karate
we got
chop.
really lucky with that.
That's the one you don't want. That's 30% to not crit. So that is a 30% outcome once you get the karate chop. 70% of the time it crits and you die, and you have to reset it. So very lucky. It puts your HP at pretty good range going into Elite Four too. You don't really have to do much. You can potion
lose
for
red bar,
Bruno, I
yeah.
think, at this HP, but you don't have to worry about losing red bar at all.
You do have to rare candy. Well, you don't have to technically, but rare candying before Bruno, which is not what we typically do.
Oh, another karate chop! Oh no!
No, Stocchi. No.
And Stocchi gets the bad.
He gets the bad
there.
outcome from.
Yeah, that is very unfortunate for Stocchi. That is going to make it a lot harder for Stocchi. I mean, it's still possible. There is still Lance.
Yeah,
There
Lance
is
and Agatha
still
can
rival. Yeah, Agatha
Kchill.
control you. There's still that. There's still a lot of technical play to be had inside of Victory Road. You got to be very careful in there that you don't make any bad movement or do anything weird.
Yes.
Low kick a lot better.
It's getting
but
low
can
kick.
Still crit.
Good, it did not crit,
Good.
which it should.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's not common for him to crit that. It's only
So
common from
Kchill
the crit
gonna
karate chop.
extend the lead just slightly here by about 30 more seconds, but that's going to give Kchill a very comfortable lead here.
Very comfortable leg room, yes, indeed. Also, I'm assuming he does know to candy before Bruno. I would assume he knows that, which is
I
good.
didn't know that, and I went to Bruno without candying, but Kchill's far better than me, so Kchill probably knows.
I'm assuming he knows, since he knows other backups. So
Yeah. I know Kchill's been training a lot. It's looking like it's definitely been paying off. So both,
yes,
I mean, to be fair
training has been paying off for sure.
Yeah, to be fair to both of them, like they both had little bits of bad luck, right? So like, Stocchi had the little bit of bad luck there, but then Kchill had the bad luck before not keeping the red bar on stealth. Yeah, so both of them, having little bits of bad luck seems like it's balancing out in a kind of way. I think they both lost a similar amount of time. The bridge was slightly worse for Stocchi, but Stocchi also took the last, which that may be the move that Stocchi regrets at the end of this run. I'm not sure about that, but
it might be. I don't know.
It is definitely making a difference here.
I believe he was behind when he was going for it too, which generally I wouldn't agree with, but
yeah.
And also he didn't get extended, so we have to search. He had to search in the grass for 2 encounters while doing the last, because he had to get bird and also he had to kill something else.
Yep.
So I definitely, like, if I were Stocchi and I knew what kind of, like, if I knew Kchill was ahead, I would not go for less, but
yeah, I
do like, it is also interesting because he probably was hoping that Kchill would like die on Moon Rocket, and so he would catch time there. But it just didn't happen.
Yeah, I mean that's a bad thing to hope for, right? I mean it is like that fight is actually I think a 1 in 4 or something like that you die to it. If you're like switching out and potioning and stuff like that, it's a little bit less. But like, you can get trolled pretty bad in that fight. You got the frozen solid for Kchill.
I still don't think it's that.
Unlucky.
I don't know quite the odds of dying, but I really want to say it's less than a 1 in 4.
It's not great. I mean, because like supersonic
definitely
is
not
just,
good.
like,
No, it's definitely not too good to live.
Tail whip is.
I don't think it's a 25% just to die. I think that's a little bit too extreme, but
I think it's pretty. I think
we have some people in chat who could tell us.
Yeah, I think it's bad. I think it's very bad.
It is definitely bad, but
I think that one's the worst in the run in terms of percentages. I think of all the things that could potentially be run killers, I think that probably is the highest one.
Depending on what HP you're going in. But since they both centered, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah. So yeah, so both these gonna this fight is a completely free fight. It seems very scary because it's like, oh, this Pidgeot has given us so much trouble before, but with X accuracy and the fact that Pidgeot with its quote-unquote smart AI is always going to try and use super effective moves, which thinks agility is super effective against you because
it technically is, yes, but
it technically is.
It doesn't hit you, so
same
it
agility.
doesn't do any damage.
So you get to set up for free and then just sweep with Horn Attack, and yeah, that's that.
Horn Drill.
One of the easiest fights, as long as you don't like mess up anything mechanically. With the extra Horn Drill, it's not a big deal, but you can definitely like. I've accidentally used a Horn Drill in this fight, and then you have to use another move on something else. But this fight's very free. It's very hard to mess up this fight.
Yeah, but it should be so. Yeah, it should go well.
Yep.
So Kchill just going through badge check right now. Just that section where you just walk a little bit, talk to the guy, walk a little bit more, talk to the next guy until everyone checks all of your badges. Then you can go into Victory Road, which is the last sort of like cave in the run or whatever.
What Pokemon game is this a thing in every Pokemon game, or is it just the first one? I literally can't remember if it's a thing.
Every game does have a badge check and a Victory Road. But the hardness of the Victory Road, like the difficulty of Victory Road, rather, depends on the game that you're playing.
Yeah,
opting to widen his screen, so it's a little cropped.
No, it's fine. It'll fix itself.
It's fine. Yeah,
magic.
He fixed it. Magic.
But yeah, it's very annoying to like you get to this part of the run and there's build up to Victory Road and it's like okay. I will say it does mean that this like the Elite Four build up is very real. That like once you get there, you're just like okay, I went through this journey to get here, and now I'm sort of ready to roll the dice on the Elite Four a little bit, do what I need to do. So. What a pace would you say this is on for these runners? I'm not super familiar with the paces.
I mean, I don't really know either, I guess. I would say it's around like a 154 for Kchill and like a 155 to 6, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, so, it looks that way to me. They both had like bouts of
that is wrong.
Bad luck. I think that seems about right.
I tend not to be very good with estimating time, especially if it's from like a early point in the run to the end, like now.
Yeah, it's like 10 minutes once you get to Elite Four, right? It's about 10 minutes or so. Like once you get to Lorelei, it's like 10 minutes from there to the end, maybe a little bit more.
Somewhere.
It's somewhere in the realm of 10 minutes. So yeah. So. And so to answer chat's question about how long these typically take, I think that it really depends on who you are.
It depends on the runner skill, yeah.
For these runners, I think a 154 is going to be a time that they're comfortable with, but that they are going to think about ways that they can improve it. They're going to be, for both of them, they had some unfortunate bouts of luck in the middle of the run. They both also had some decisions that they made, I think, that maybe they can look back on and think about.
Yeah, but overall, they've made really good decisions.
All right, does Kchill hit the trainer? No, okay, good. That if you walk up one tile on that, you hit a trainer that is probably one of the worst optionals that you can hit. It's very easy to do, but Kchill not going to succumb to the pressure here and hit that optional. That optional is the worst optional in the game by far.
Kchill must have lost a couple steps there or something, because his repel wore off before.
Yeah, it's always unfortunate. Yeah, that is a sign that your biking is not.
Well, maybe he did a couple more swags because he is swagging right now.
Oh, he's swagging.
So he probably did. He probably did a few more swags than what his repel could hold or whatever. So.
It's good that Kchill. That's a good sign, right? This is a good sign. It's a good sign that you feel comfortable enough to do swag boulders. If you're like that, that's a good sign for Kchill. That means that's good mentality, I think.
Yeah, that you're willing to do.
Stocchi getting the one swag that's the very end to angle up after being about to go up. That's a good one.
The so-called optimal swags. Which
the optimal swag, exactly. I don't
think it does. No, I believe it's just even. It's doing an optimal swag with not swagging at all. But if you do an unoptimal swag, you lose a few frames per swag.
Kchill is there at the Elite Four finally. So
going into Lorelei.
There.
We actually aren't going to see a a save before Lorelei. Kchill playing a tiny bit.
No,
risky.
I think saving before Lorelei is like only if you're being absurdly safe. I think at this pace versus stocchi, especially with stocchi on this pace, I don't think saving here is correct.
Yeah,
I think that
it
it's
probably
fine to just
isn't
keep
correct.
going.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know,
So,
dude. I mean, it is a 1 in 256 to just like get
yeah,
screwed.
if it
But
happens,
that is
it's really
kind of
bad.
risky. I mean,
It's very bad if
I'm
that
just glad.
happens. But
I'm
you know,
just glad he
it's
didn't
not
do
something
that.
that's likely to happen, and that's the only part that can go wrong before that can go really wrong before Lance. You can get trolled in Agatha, but you have revives in case you get really trolled. So it's I respect that decision, and now Stocchi also going to be approaching this. By the way, this Lorelei fight not scary at all. It's very free.
Yeah, well,
as long as you don't get the Aurora Beam miss, because the way
mhm.
that dugong works is that it will see the Spearow. Once you switch to Spearow, it always Aurora Beams it because Aurora Beam is super effective against it. And then on turn 2, for whatever reason, it always rests. So you always get a free turn to set up an X accuracy. At that point, you're faster.
Kchill is not candying before Bruno. Oh no.
Yeah, so Kchill,
It's
much like me,
fairly
didn't know the
risky
strats. It's fine. It's a very unlikely to kill. It's a slam
I
crit
mean,
exactly.
if it hits slam, he could just die. It's
Really? It's a
it's not
range?
great.
I didn't know
No,
that.
it is not good. He definitely should have candied
At
here.
19? Oh, well, rock
Okay,
throw miss.
he
That's
got rock
fine.
throw miss, but yeah, rock throw crit also could just kill. At the same
Yeah.
time, so.
It's still it's still not super likely, but yeah,
Yeah,
you should rare candy there. I think I agree with that.
It's 17 to 20 that slam normal hit does and rock throw crit does. So the rare candy levels him out of both of that. Plus they do slightly less damage because of the level up. So the rare candy would have allowed him to keep red bar, plus also not make that risky. So.
Yep, makes absolute sense. But regardless,
yeah,
right?
And those are about the backup, which is totally fair. It's not something you see very often. So.
No, yeah, and those are like the small bits of optimization, right? You're just trying to make your dice rolls a little bit more favorable in this game, and that's really, especially in a race, like those little teeny edges over the long run, right? That's where you're going to really gain a solid edge on people. When you hit those bad rolls, it's going to really hurt. So, but fortunately, you don't always get punished for making a slightly suboptimal decision, which is good. So that's good.
So he rare candied before Agatha, which is
got
what
the
you
slam,
normally
but
do.
didn't kill it. Very nice.
Yes, didn't kill it. So that was good on Stocchi. So now I'm pretty sure he has to potion before Agatha though, because if he just supers, he can very easily die.
Yeah, you have to potion super. Yeah, so you
potion
have to
super before Agatha. We're gonna most likely see here.
Yeah, so let's see. Kchill's Agatha gets a Dream Eater. That's totally fine. Not
Dream
going to hit
Eater
red
is
bar,
perfect because it only hits you when you're asleep, and since he's not asleep, it does nothing. So it's what we like to see.
Yep, it's all going to come down to Lance and if Stocchi gets trolled on Agatha, then that can be it too.
Unfortunately, Agatha does not have good AI. Otherwise, that would make her totally free because she would just spam Dream Eater. It is a little unfortunate thing. Yeah. If she had good AI, we could just like set up X special X-Ac and then just go through the fight normally, like the way we do now. But it would just make it a lot better. But no. So that Gengar is scary because it has Dream Eater, Hypnosis, Confuse Ray, and Nightshade. We actually want to get hit by either Nightshade or Dream Eater, because Dream Eater just doesn't do anything. Nightshade puts you in red bar, which actually is, I believe, slightly faster than Dream Eater.
Yeah, it's definitely faster. Yeah,
I mean,
it's not much faster, but yeah. So Stocchi, you're really going to be looking not get trolled. It's going to be very important for Stocchi to hopefully not get. Withdrawing is fine.
You can also withdraw, which is not very fine. Which is not very common.
It's very uncommon. Yeah, that's the least common.
Yeah, it's definitely a good
Kchill coming up on Lance. This is going to be the thing to watch. Is Kchill's Lance here? So Stocchi is going to be sort of through this unless something weird happens and Earthquake generally misses, but Stocchi should be through.
Kchill can actually technically die to a normal Hydro Pump, but I definitely do, like, going into 128 is fine. Because that's I believe that's a 1 in 39 to die from a normal Hydro Pump, so.
Yeah.
It's definitely just worth the risk.
Alright, Lance.
Please get really low
roll. The question is, will he go if Hydro Pump misses? That's my question that I have right now.
He should.
Well, we won't find out.
Anyway, yeah.
And that
Oh,
is
that did a
a
lot.
very
That was
high
a very
range.
high roll. Yeah, that did.
I don't think it's possible
125.
for that to kill.
It is possible for him to. For
Oh,
that
it's
to kill.
possible! Wow, I
Yes,
did not realize
it's a
that.
one
That's
in it's a 1 in
crazy.
39 for him to have died for
Well,
normal.
Kchill has the potion, so that I mean, it's still
He does
possible
have
for
the potion.
Stocchi to catch up.
Okay. He knows he knows how to play this fight without an XP. So good.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, just using an
Yeah.
extra X.
He's
Okay,
using
that's
an
good.
X special because it gives you a speed badge boost, which is enough to outspeed this Aerodactyl. Because if we didn't outspeed this Aerodactyl, he can do some trollish things, like just kill you outright, or supersonic you, and you just hit self and die. So.
Oh, Blizzard miss! Barrier!
Blizzard miss. I mean, he only uses barrier or agility.
Oh, he only uses barrier. Okay, that's good. I didn't know that.
You can't. You can't die
can't
to that
kill
dragon.
you. Okay, that's
it's
good.
just slow.
That's good that you can't die to that. That's very good. That still is a little bit of time.
That is a tiny bit of time.
Every little bit counts.
So let's see what Kchill decides.
Oh, Hydro Pump miss. Yeah, he's gonna go for it again.
I don't agree with
this.
I don't agree with X.
I don't agree with.
Oh,
he got crit. Oh no.
No.
Oh, it all falls apart for Stocchi. Oh
no. He's even saying GG in chat.
Saying GG in chat. I mean, it is very likely to be Curtis.
Wait, what did Kchill do? I missed it. I was so focused on Stocchi.
It must have been potion. I mean, he had to have potion. I missed it too, but it had to have been potion.
He could have also supered, and would have been.
It's very hard. A super would probably be better.
There's no way he went just way in, but I don't know if he potioned or supered.
I don't know.
He supered. Okay, yeah. Okay,
that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Yes, I agree with that as well.
Yeah, X-Hack must have been a mistake there.
Oh my god!
Another crit.
Oh my god!
Wow. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Meanwhile,
so
Kchill getting good RNG, getting a mirror move here, and then
Kchill's
Gyarados'
crit chance is like slightly less than 20, so he got 20% twice in a like less than 20% twice in a row.
Yeah, that's very unlucky.
So not great, obviously, not good.
Wow. So unless Kchill royally messes up a menu, which is really not possible.
Yeah, he just spams A and he wins. So
yeah, he just spam A. Yeah, just press A, slam it. Yeah, just slam it. Yeah,
just don't use the PP up route have to switch to Thunderbolt, and there's definitely have been times where people have misclicked and have lost the fight because of that when it should be free.
Yeah, and Stocchi here not going to try and go for a crit. So Stocchi went for the crit earlier, is not going to go for it this turn, is just going to finish the run, which I agree with. Definitely, don't want to. It's not really. There's no real reason to sort of stall it out for longer. You might as well just finish it here. You're going to advance the next round. Granted, you're going to be in pool 3. A little bit of a scarier pool to be in.
Oh, this might actually be a 153.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty.
It's incredibly close.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a high 153 or a low.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a 153, like 58 or something.
Yeah.
Really
That's
high.
a great time.
That is a good time.
Good time.
I don't know. I don't know if it's Kchill's race PB. It might be. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I know that Kchill has like a fairly good PB. I'm pretty sure. But yeah.
I thought it was like 155, 154. So I don't know.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, we'll have to ask.
Yeah, we'll have to ask for sure.
Yeah, G to Kchill, who is going to be winning this race and going to be advancing into the the pool 2 in the next round, which is a good pool to be in. I think that I think that Stocchi going to be comfortable in pool 3 still. Stocchi should be fine with that, but a lot of Stocchi had some good luck, some very bad luck at the end, but had chances. But great race from Kchill, just great show. It both played great, race. Honestly.
Yes, both played great. Both played great. Geez, but Stocchi just getting screwed over late game, so it's not what you like to see.
Yep. And then wing attack, that means that Stocchi's going to be through because there is no chance that any amount of wing attacks can kill.
Yeah.
So, yeah, pot 3 is going to be a little scary. There's a couple of hitters in pot 3 now. Stocchi being in pot 3 is definitely very scary for all of us pot 2er. So, it's very scary. Look for Pokemon in grassy areas, by the way.
59 from Kchill.
Yeah, Ray! Sub 154. Barely did. GG to Kchill.
Nice. Good job.
Really nice.
Apparently wasn't a PB of some sort because the split is red, so...
Yeah, yeah. If it's red, right, that means it's not a.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't a PB, I guess.
Not a PB. Yeah,
Not
really,
this-
really great
yeah.
showing. Really nice.
Really good showing though.
And yeah, Stocchi gonna finish here with like
Stocchi
a
finishing
156, like maybe a high 155, something around there.
It'll be a 156.
Yeah, something like that. So
It's
yeah,
it's like a mid
GG to both of them.
156, like a 156, like 20 something, I think.
Yeah, maybe we can get Kchill in here to talk to Kchill a bit. Hold on 1 second. Let me just work on that.
It'll be a
real quick.
156, like 26, 25. So still decent time though, for sure. For the RNG that happened. Yeah, let's get Kchill in here though.
Yeah, we gotta say something to Kchill. Stocchi can be delayed. Stocchi has to go to the bathroom, which I understand that can happen if you start a run having to go to the bathroom and it's 2-hour run basically. Then yeah, it's it's not a fun time by any means.
No, yeah,
Not
definitely
a
not.
fun time. And let me. Yeah, sorry, I'm looking into how to
we're trying to figure it out, Kchill.
invites.
We're trying to get it
we're
happen.
trying to get you. Okay,
Should be good.
so let me see if I can do this. Actually, do you know how to invite people to servers? I can't find the buttons. I feel like a boomer right now.
I can invite them.
I feel I'm like clicking buttons like the
no, I
delay
sent it to the
people,
wrong
like,
person.
I don't understand.
No, dude. No, I sent it to the wrong person. Oh no.
Oh no.
This is scuffed.
Oh no.
Don't join.
What's the time gonna be? Yeah, it's gonna be like a 156.30. So I think that for Stocchi, this is like a little bit on the slower side, but like, you know, it's not a bad time by any means. Not a bad time. So it was definitely within reach.
Yeah, for sure.
So Kchill, can you hear us? Is your
Hello,
mic set up?
Kchill.
Hey, I can hear you guys.
Hi, how are you?
Hello.
Congratulations on the victory.
Good
Any
run,
thoughts
congrats.
on the run?
Yeah, I'm happy with it. I don't know what happened to him to get so far behind on bridge, but once I saw I was that far up, I just played as safe as I could.
Yes.
And then, of course, I got hit into Sylph bar against my will and died.
Yeah. That was very unfortunate. But
So yeah, so to fill you in on what happened, so he missed 1,000,000 mega punches on bridge. But before that he did last. So he did last, so that took a little bit extra time. Missed a couple. Or he tried to do a manip to get the Pidgey before Brock and missed that. So then he had to go and get another Pidgey later on. And so like a combination of a couple of those things cost a little bit of time, I think, and it put you in a pretty good spot. But he also had Sylph Bar, but he didn't lose his, so he actually caught up a very good amount on that split. And he, at some point, we were like
he got
30
Sylph Bar
seconds away from each
Drowsy
other.
and kept it the whole time. So that was very like hype to see.
It was very close, and then he
I
died
saw
to
he was
karate.
only 30
he
seconds
died
behind
the
there.
black belt and then twice on land, so it was not good for stock.
Okay. Yeah,
RNG.
because I saw it went back ahead at Geo, and then I noticed he never split land, so I was thinking, oh crap, he must have got crit.
Yeah. He got crit twice and then just ended up not getting red bar at all. So it was kind of sad, but you know, it's what red says.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy with 153 for how safe I played it in a death.
Yeah, it was very nice overall played.
Yeah, it
I
was
don't
really
know if I
good.
should have healed before I went into Geo or what, but I just
I will say there is like a slight thing that I think you should just know because it's a very good strat. But since you got like karate chop non-crit from black belt,
Hello.
that was actually
Hey.
I totally
Hello,
forgot
Stocky.
to candy. I forgot.
Yeah,
to
candying before
yeah. Okay, good.
Stocchi, how are you? Good
Hello,
good
Stocchi.
try. You were very close to catching up, but then at the end it
Really?
kind of fell apart. What are your thoughts on the run? Oh, your mic
Hello?
working?
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Yeah.
No.
Hi. Oh,
Okay.
he'll be back. He'll be back.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Maybe.
Hello.
Can you hear us? All right. Well, we'll wait for Stocchi to work on things, and then hopefully he'll be able to hear us and be able to fill in his thoughts.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the
Even if
meantime,
he cannot hear us.
yeah. So I guess in the meantime, while we're troubleshooting that, I guess I'll ask Kchill.
Yeah, about his plan Arbok.
About what? Oh yeah,
About his
yeah.
plan Arbok, yeah. I want to know what his thought process was.
Oh yeah, the X speed on the Arbok. Yeah, that was an interesting choice.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you had to X speed or you couldn't drill it.
No, you can just drill it if you heal like paralysis and don't get parried again. You can just drill after.
Okay,
So-
see, I didn't know that because I've seen people do paralyze heal X speed.
It makes sense. Because like I'm assuming you know that paralyze heals get rid of the badge boost.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
didn't think I'd
so
fill
yeah,
out
I'm
speed.
assuming you just didn't think you would be fast enough, like without the badge boost.
Yep, that's exactly why I did it. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
I'm asking Stocchi in text form what his thoughts are on the run.
So
Yeah.
Hammer kind of told me
Bad. It's just the first thing he says. It's sad.
bad.
Yeah, he said bad. Yeah, unfortunate.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask him about the let me I'll just ask and relay his thoughts. Because I wanted to ask him about lass versus like no lass and things like that. I mean, there were a couple of like execution things in the beginning that were a little flubbed, I think, and so yeah. I mean, whatever. He's still going to be advancing into pot 3. So, Kchill, do you have? Are you excited about being in pot 2? Is there anyone who you're sort of happy to avoid? Anyone who you're sort of want to race against in the next round?
I don't really want to race against you, Simple. You always beat me.
We'll see. I mean, it could be like another stocky situation where I just get screwed over and you just manage to win. So it's not. I wouldn't call it yet, obviously, but
Yeah, I didn't even go for the best time possible either. Since I saw it so far ahead, I just
oh
kind of.
yeah, no. Those were good plays. I agree with all the plays you did for not trying to get red bar and fly. That I definitely agree with. You definitely did not need it. So
Yeah, I
Yeah, it was
thought
good.
about
Yeah, it was-
Stalin, but I figured it would just take way too long, and I'd have to get lucky to get it.
yeah, it was definitely good that you didn't try to go for red bar.
Would you skip the save before Audition Rock Tunnel? I almost did, but I died from 36.
Oh, I thought
No,
you
no,
didn't
no,
save.
no.
I'm
I
surprised you
saved.
still saved. Okay. No, yeah, I would
Yeah,
have.
you should always
saved
save before
there.
that oddish, unless you have.
Well, he had like 40
John
something
Wick.
health going into it, right?
46?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, that's
So
true.
I would've
wasn't even sure if I
saved. I
could
thought
die.
he did. So I'm actually surprised to hear that you didn't know. I did not realize that.
I
That's
think
interesting.
if you get put to sleep on turn 1, it's like
Yeah, I mean, you live no matter what, so it's
you
like-
live. That's
Okay.
true.
Yeah.
Because I've died from 36 HP that one time, so that's why it freaks
Yeah,
me out.
Yeah, but that's like the max where you can die, I believe, or somewhere around there. Like, I don't know. Like,
I
few of
knew
the
it
runners
had
have like
fun.
calculated it to like determine when you should and shouldn't save, depending on risk for what health you are.
Yeah.
And I believe it's
Yeah.
like high 30s where you should like start not saving.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Do you have any shout outs that you want to make since you won the race, or just
No.
in general?
Not really. I can't think of anything.
All right.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right then. Good
Well,
job on the
then
race.
Yeah, good job on the race.
Thank
Since Stocky's not here, I can't interview him. Yeah. Any other thoughts on the run? Anything else?
No, I'm
It was a
happy.
great
with
race.
it. I'm ready for the draw now to see who I get next.
Yeah, so this was the last race of round 1, so there will be some kind of a draw happening. So if you are if you're not part of the Pokemon like race community, that will be happening at some point in the next couple days, and then there will be more races to come. So this is the first of 5 rounds of this race that's just finished. So the next round is happening. No players safe in that next round, so all the players that had buys in the last round, they are all up for grabs in terms of being able to take them out of the tournament.
Yeah.
So everybody is allowed to everybody has to race, everybody has to compete, and everybody can, win or lose. So it's going to be very exciting to see what happens. This has been a very exciting first round. So if you've been here catching any of the races, thank you so much. And thank you for if you caught this race. This was a lot of fun to commentate. I mentioned this earlier, but this Simple and I's first time doing commentary, it was so much fun.
Yes,
so
I agree.
you'll definitely see me again. I'll try and commentate at least one more race or so. But yeah,
I will see if I have time. I highly doubt it, but this was kind of like a spur of the moment thing where I was like free and I was like, oh, cool, I can actually commentate. Because unfortunately, Enderborn was originally going to commentate, but like a few hours before, he said he couldn't. So, and nobody else seemed to want to. So I was like, hey, I'm free, and then here we are.
Yep, and if you're a fan of Stocchi or Kchill, they are both moving on in this tournament. They will both be moving to the next stage, so you can see them in the next stage, and that will be on some SpeedGaming channel. So with that, we have another Link to the Past qualifier coming up in 8 minutes, so we are going to sign off. So that's it here from me, Econ Sean, and we'll see you later. Any other sign-off thoughts, Simple?
Just this was a really nice race, and kept me on my toes for the most of it. So, very nice. Very hype. Loved it.
Great. Awesome. See you all later. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday evening.
Yes.
Take care, everyone.
Take care, everyone.